Welcome, fellow traveler, to our little D&D podcast, where we share one of our D&D sessions with you set in a homebrew fantasy world. Most of the players in this campaign are actually new to the game, so I hope you can forgive us for our silly mistakes. But if you're also new to D&D, maybe you can gain a bit of knowledge from our antics. Anyway, the players for this campaign are Reitersul, the Dungeon Master, MusicSquid, playing as Pséftis Morfi, or Seth, Anistrae, or Amby, playing as Evetta Flintsworth, Quenie, playing as Zara Irving, and Snow, or David, playing as Dag. These sessions are taken over voice chat, and we will be using Roll20 and D&D Beyond to keep track of our characters. In any case, let's see if our DM has had enough of us and TPKs us this time. Let's begin. We would like to apologize in advance because this might end up being a shorter session than usual due to unforeseen circumstances. We're currently down a player, once again. So, without further ado, I will turn it over to Reitersul.
Alright. Let's get this started. So, lots of things happened last session. Queenie, if you would like to recap.
My god!
We have wide Queenie here recapping the session.
I got you. So basically, what happened was, so we fought like the wyverns. I don't know how to pronounce that.
That's his true that's his full name actually. The wyverns.
Yeah, exactly. I knew it. Yeah, exactly. There was two of them. We killed them both. Like, nope, we didn't. Nope, yes we did. Yes we did. Nope, I don't remember. I think we killed them both.
Seth killed them both.
Oh yeah, Seth killed them
Yeah,
both.
we whittled down their health and Seth stole the kills.
Oh yeah.
I rolled like plus 30 on two separate guiding bolts, just vaporized holes in the side of each of them, I believe is how Ryder described it.
Basically.
Yes.
That's scary. W. And then the older Asian dude died. I forgot his name. And then
Are you sure you forgot his name?
I did. And so then because of that, Pingling was sad.
Hang on. Who? Why did the old man die? Who?
Oh yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah, he was attacked by
His ex-boyfriend.
yeah, exactly. No. Seth is
And
very
his
much
new boyfriend
correct.
got really sad about it.
Exactly.
Oh man.
And so
Tell me any of this is wrong.
no, it's really not.
I've
Go
got
on.
my AO3 account up right now.
I think only part of that was correct, but okay.
And then we went back to the. Oh no, we talked to Joshua Tree. What's his name?
What was-
The dude
Joshua
from.
You
Three.
too, album?
Whoa! What?
What's this dude's name?
Joshua Tree.
Hang on. Who?
Okay, you know what? That is wow. Alright. Okay. Never mind. You know what? I'm okay.
I was sorry, guys. It was really accurate.
I set my expectations low. That was somehow lower.
I think you did a great job, Queenie.
Thank
Okay,
you.
continue.
Thank you.
Continue,
Okay.
Queenie.
So we talked to Joshua Tree, and then we were like,
my
"What's up?"
God.
And then we went back to the thing where we were hiding with Joshua Tree and Pingling, and then we were told that some kid like ran into our secret hideout, and so then we were like, by we I mean Seth was like, we're gonna explode it, and so then we did, and the
Those are my
trio,
exact words.
yep,
I
the
love how-
trio.
I love how you remember it was exactly. It was the
That's-
kid, but
I-
they were
that's
not running
a-
the right
yeah.
way.
Yeah, she got the way she ran. She got the. Okay, you know what? I'll
Also
take over.
forgotten
It
an
was
important
pretty good,
detail.
guys.
I'm gonna take over. Okay,
Flawless, no notes.
party.
Gosh.
You guys had exited. I need a better word. Whatever. You went searching for carts, and you decided to go to the makeshift port Ionin had established. On your way there, you found a group of defectors from the Mountain Riders who you allied with. You promised them Daeston. Well, not that bluntly, but kind of essentially what you did. You promised them
No,
Daeston.
I definitely did. I'll take the L on that one.
Okay,
I don't even feel that bad about
okay.
it.
You promised them Daeston, if they would aid the current situation in Daeston. So they agreed, and you decided to head back in the evening so that you could all rest. However, the journey was interrupted by an ambush of 2 wyverns. They cut down a lot of the sort of grunts of the group of the what is now known as the Clan Lee group.
Like,
But in the middle of the, Clan Lay. Sorry, whoopsies, I forgot a letter in there. Clan Lay group. I misspelled it in my notes. My bad. The Clan Lay group. And as the fight continued, a squad of ashmakers had joined the skirmish, being led by a warlord known as Warlord Yiji, who possessed a strong hatred towards the 2 leaders of Clan Lei, that being Yulei and Yuangu. More fighting ensued, and Yuangu was unfortunately cut down by Yiji in the middle of the fight, at the end of the fight. And towards the end of the fight as well, the second clan that is allied with Clan Lei joined in. The Tiger Clan, being led by Master Hoshi. They joined in at the end of the battle.
What? Wait, I thought they were a different name.
Were they a different name? That's what I have.
Oh, was it not Jing Jiao who was the master?
Jing Jiao? Oh. No, you're right. It is Jing Jiao. Hoshi is someone else.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Slight spoilers. What? Master Zhao came to the aid of the downed and injured.
Joshua Tree.
A slight time for mourning. Who the heck is Pingling even? Sorry,
Pingling
side
is
tangent.
Jing Jiao.
No way, because she's calling him Joshua Tree now.
Oh, okay. So that was probably Bule.
Yeah, Bule's Pingling.
I think she's
this
just going
was
with what you
Pingling.
said. I don't believe.
Yeah.
I don't
This
believe
was
her anymore.
If I said
I-
any of this, I'd be getting canceled, but it's okay.
No, don't worry. I'm giving her
Don't worry
enough.
about it. No. I specifically remember
Actually,
Pingling because
if-
in the last
Right.
session,
You know what?
Queenie
Squid-
reacted
sorry.
so strongly
You're
to wide
right.
Pingling.
You know what?
You're right, that
If
was
you said it,
Pingling.
Squid, I would be more understanding. I'm more disappointed that you're getting it this horribly wrong, Queen.
Yeah, Queenie, what happened?
Whatever.
The Philippines was colonized by Spain,
Thai-
so I only know Spanish.
brief-
y'all.
There was a brief moment to mourn the death of Yuangu. He was ushered off to the druids, the shamans of the Tiger Clan. Hopefully they could help him out. You guys went back to the hot zone quickly, as that was the original plan. But as you got to back to the hot zone, had informed you that a kid had ran out of the hot zone and alerted some ashmakers. There and the underrunners don't know what the ashmakers are doing in response, if they had a response, but they know well enough that that is a point of concern. So you guys blew up. It was only one tunnel you guys blew up, right? And it
Yes,
was
just one.
I think so. Okay, you guys blew up the one tunnel that the kid had ran down. And you guys went to take your long rest, but I think some of you have things you want to do before your long rest. So
Yes, I do.
it is late in the night, and you guys are tired. You guys just blew up the tunnel, and you're about to take a long rest. What do you guys do?
So, is it okay if we retcon that Evetta actually picked up those Ashmaker amulets that Bule threw?
Retcon?
Because those Ashmaker amulets were on Yiji. Seth picked them up, gave them to Bule, and he just threw them into the wind. And
when you want to say that, Amby, not Amby, you want to say
yes, Amby is the one who went over.
you
I reached my hand into the world and picked it up. No.
you want to say Evetta went and picked them up then?
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah, that can happen.
because she wants to study them.
Or
Because at that
Yeah.
time, it sucked because at that moment, oh my god, I was feeling really sick, so I actually could not roleplay as
That's
much
fair,
as I wanted to. But anyway,
so you have
yeah.
these amulets of kind of a black. It's a very dark steel. It has like the shine and the feel of steel, but it's not the gloss of obsidian. It's some, it's basically some kind of black steel, and the symbol is it's basically the symbol for Kushala in Monster Hunter World,
Oh,
but instead of
okay.
the wind and the wings, it's fire. And
Oh,
there's
interesting.
there's a red kind of small ruby gem placed where the eye would be.
Okay. If I will want to study them more later on when we're not pressed for time. But
All right.
going to pretend that we just got back from blowing up the tunnels and everything. I'm assuming Seth and Zara left, or what? What's going on with Seth and Zara?
Yeah, it is right before you guys are about to take the long rest. I think at this point, if I remember, Zara, you went off to go check up on Nevetta's mother. You decided to cast
I
lay of
think
hands
I
on her
did.
a little bit.
That's right.
Just to
Okay.
check up. And Steph, what are you doing? You just going straight to bed?
Have we? It's been 3 weeks, so please give me a.
No,
give me a
absolutely.
little
Don't
bit.
worry.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
also
know, it's
forgot
been
a
a
lot of
while.
details.
Yeah.
Have we already had a discussion with the mountain rider leaders and
Oh, the
There?
fucking-
Underrunners?
yeah, and the underrunners? Who's our boy?
We have not. There.
I don't
There,
believe
my
that
boy.
discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe that discussion. You said, if I recall, you told them that, hey, this is so and so, and they was like, no worries, we will discuss, and then that was basically the end of that. So they
Okay.
mentioned that he was going to talk to them.
Got it. Okay, then we left and went and blow up the tunnel. Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then, if
So you're back from the
we're
tunnel
coming
now.
directly. We're coming directly back from the tunnel. Then probably grab some food, take 5 minutes to catch my breath, and then go and talk with Thayer and the Mountain Riders just to smooth out the plans so that everybody understands before the sun is even up, I want people in tunnels and I want to leave. So I'm gonna go find them after I get some food, presumably.
Huge tunar.
He's right up to the camera. That's all.
Tunar,
what's this?
back away from the lens.
What's going on here?
Okay.
How are you now?
So
Alright.
okay, so are Harvin and Oz around as well?
Harvin, yes, you see Harvin and Oz at a kind of picnic table, kind of off to the side.
Okay.
Kind of just.
Should we try and gather them all around? Oh, I'm sorry. Seth, should we try to
They do
gather
look
all of
tired.
them around to talk about our next course of action for the morning? Because we
Yes.
are quite pressed for time now that they are aware of us.
Yes. Let's just get all of the leaders of the various groups, including ourselves, together. And I'm
definitely
not
down with the
seeing
fact that he's
giant
close to the
tunar,
camera.
so I don't know what I'm missing, but
Aw,
I'm sure it's
man.
Oh, you're not?
fantastic.
Damn!
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, there he is. That's a large boy.
He's right up to the camera.
Dimensions. Oh.
Evetta looks around. She sees everyone. Wait, where's Ibri?
You can see
The
Ibri
bomb's
is-
over there.
You see Ibri kind of off to your left in the far back. She seems to have containers all around her, and they're kind of all half open. Some are closed, but most of them seem to be half open. You can see sacks filling these crates or chests, and she also seems to be kind of hands on the table, leaning over a large map.
Okay.
Some kind. If you can't see her, she's right over. She's over here.
I see. Okay.
Roll-20 sucks.
Okay, I do see her.
Well, 20 does suck, but that's beside.
So this is So there's this game called Tabletop Simulator. No, I'm kidding.
If we
There's
could
this
get if we
game
could get
called
Mirrorscape working, that would be great.
Meeting in
but
person
I-
over a physical table made of
I
wood.
wish.
Let me fly
Ah.
7 hours
Yeah,
real
if
quick.
only-
You don't understand, Sev. Squid.
I am both of these people.
Both Squid Sev Squad.
Squat. Scott?
Yvette is a little torn. She wants to talk to the leaders, but she also wants to talk to Harvin and Ibri and Shunar, maybe, to see
Well, they're going to be
what their
part of the
ideas
meeting,
are.
presumably.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Yeah.
part of the people that I'd want to talk to. So
Oh, I see.
they're going to
Okay.
be part of. Yeah,
Let's call them over then.
sure.
All right, who do you go to?
Everyone.
Who do we go
Everybody
to
get in
first?
Everybody get in here all at once.
Yvette fires her gun. No, I'm kidding.
No, genuinely. I want
a whiny
Harvin,
ass ting, ting,
Oz,
ting, ting.
Fair, Ibri, the leaders of the Mountain Riders, whose names I will not butcher.
You know what? I'll help
I
you
got
out.
you. He means Joshua Tree.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
no, no, no,
Nope.
no, no.
Nope. Nope. I swear to God.
Who
They don't
Who's
have
the other
names. Oh, never
tiefling?
mind. Now
'Cause
they
we
have
have-
names.
we have
There's
Ibri and
Volley.
Volley.
Volley. Okay, yeah. Let's get all of them. I want everybody. Like they're all the people that are in charge. So all of them, and then the three
just
of
so
us.
you're just
I
so you are
think
aware,
Dag's
this
eating a
is
fish out of a barrel.
just you are aware. This is the this is late at night. Just you are aware. This is before the long rest.
Oh, this is late. That's right.
Yeah, this is late.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
making
this
sure
is
you guys are
about
aware.
like 10 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Well, all right. You call everyone over then. I will say, for the most part, everyone does respond to your call. They do all head over to you guys. You guys kind of, Volley kind of guides you into her room, since it's rather large, and there's a circular table that you guys all kind of gather around in her room. And so you
Knights
guys
of the
also have
Round Table.
privacy. Yes. All right, you guys are gathered around this round table, away from prying eyes and ears. Nope, whatever. You have everyone's attention.
Yeah, once we all get there, I guess Seth will just sort of address everyone and sort of like half looking at Thayer so as to not like completely overshadow him as like ostensibly the leader of this small group, but also like just try to direct things and like let Thayer speak up like when it's necessary. But I guess Seth, if he's the one taking charge, will just be like, so for tomorrow, our plan before we had your help, and he'll gesture towards the Mountain Riders, which I briefly mentioned, was we were going to be running a distraction. I assume we have like a big map on the table that we're discussing this
Yes,
over?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Just imagine
Actually,
a
there's
big
one other
map
thing
of
I want to do.
Daeston and the things around.
There's one other thing I want to do before we get started.
Okay. What is that?
We're just in a room sort of like kind of by ourselves at the moment.
Yeah.
Just like all of this group. All right,
Yeah.
cool. I cast Detect Thoughts and I cast it out around us in 30 feet. Do I
Okay.
catch anybody's thoughts that aren't the people I'm staring at right now? I start counting brains basically.
Go
and I'm like,
ahead.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a function of Detect
I would
Thoughts.
say.
You can just cast it out in an area, and if I pick
Yeah,
up something
yeah,
that
of
doesn't
course,
match
yeah.
up, I'll be like, the fuck is that?
Okay. You do. You catch
I do.
a ping right outside the door.
Oh,
How do I want to do this then? So like I start talking.
I cast fireball.
W.
does everyone
say this.
realize you're casting Detect Thoughts? I can't remember if that was detectable on its own.
Yes, because I have to use the amulet to do it, but it's not like the most like I think. Let me pull it up. Actually, let me see what components it uses.
I will say this. Not say this. Go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick.
I'll do that.
Since you're now aware of, this ping and you're looking in the center direction.
And
yeah,
not just ping link.
does Seth make any sort of body language that makes it obvious that he's looking in a certain direction? So I want to see if Evetta
well-
would notice it.
We'll get to that after this 25 perception.
After this 25.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you see the shadow underneath this door. The door's unfortunately not completely flush. The shadow, it looks like it's rather small.
hmm
The shadow is of a small figure. It would not be of a, you can just tell it would not be like, not someone large. It looks to be
Okay.
rather small.
I stop the outcasting of the detect thoughts and I focus it on that person. I'm not deep diving yet, so they won't be aware of me, but I am I just want to hear what they're thinking now. And I think at this point, it's kind of obvious that Seth is doing something because you can all see him. He's fiddling with the amulet, and then detect thoughts itself uses all three verbal, somatic, and material. So the amulet's the
Oh.
material component. I clearly said the thing that I usually say, and I'm fiddling with it for the somatic component as well. And I think he is definitely trying to not look in the direction of where it is, because he doesn't want anybody to go and investigate it. But you can definitely tell by his speech and the way that he's explaining stuff that he's distracted a little bit, and he starts to
Okay.
outline a plan that is different from the actual plan. And I look at Thayer while I'm doing that. So out loud, I'm yeah, so what we're gonna do is, and then I name a completely different district of the city than the one we're gonna be in. And I'm since the bomb no longer works, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna, and I just it's all wrong, and I'm just looking directly at Thayer while I'm saying this. And then I'm gonna try and see what I can read from this person's mind.
Yeah, you right before you basically start to try and deceive this hidden individual. The surface thought that you hear is, I hope mom doesn't catch me. What are these people doing?
All right, so we're not gonna mind sliver the child yet, but I open the
Evetta
door and
looks
I
at
mind whip the first thing I see.
Well,
Evetta is looking at Seth. What are you talking about? What?
I just shoot her a look that is just venom and no, everything's fine. I'm fine, you're fine. No words are said. I'm still explaining the plan, and I don't address her questions,
Does
but I
Evetta
just
need
shoot her
to
this look
roll
that says,
to understand what Seth is doing? Does Evetta need to roll for that, or would Evetta understand that?
I don't know if you've
Good.
ever seen Seth look this serious outside of a combat situation. So you determine based on the expression on his face whether you trust him or not.
Go ahead, make an insight check.
Okay. Not one.
Can I assist?
That
Can I
was-
assist her with the fact that I'm
Oh, assist
turning
her?
my gaze?
Do it at advantage?
No.
Since we're in a secret room?
No. Wow. Yeah, he's lost his mind. Evetta, he's
Yeah,
what is he-
totally in character for me. Definitely. Yeah. No way that you would pick up that this is maybe not correct. I just look at her and I just put my hand over her mouth.
I will say
Seth doesn't
for
care.
funny enough, that was
And then
that was
I
the
slowly. Oh, sorry.
No, that was the one. If she rolled that one, she wouldn't immediately get what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Poor
she starts
thing.
to question me, and I just immediately put my hand over her mouth, and I just continue to glare at her. And then I put my finger in front of my mouth.
I'm not gonna say you're not fully convinced. You know something is up. You just haven't caught
Yeah.
on just yet.
Yeah.
Not just yet.
And I'm gonna slowly back away from the table while still explaining the plan, and I'm just gonna whip the door open as fast as I can and look down at this child.
Okay, you whip the door open. You immediately, as the child immediately trips on the floor, and you see what looks like to be a young, very young teenage girl who is wearing some tattered dress. She has like dark brown braided hair, and you can see there's like dirt and general smears like across her face.
Evetta gets up and
her
walks
fingers.
over. Child, what are you doing
As
here?
soon as he opens the door,
No.
she runs away.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
okay.
if she didn't run away, I shapeshift my face into a thrycreen and I yell at her to leave.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Seth is not playing
That
around
is-
with some... This is the second time some dumbass little kid has almost fucked our plans over. I'm not letting it happen again. This might be the
Okay.
same fucking kid for all I know.
Evetta just freezes in place. I
just
see
look at her.
now. I see now.
And
You-
I
And I
apologize.
click my proboscis at her.
she is as soon as the door opened, she fell down, yelped, and immediately ran away. You all glance over at the suddenly open door to the empty hallway. You see this figure of this kid running faster than ever before. I mean, you see her return back to the main cistern.
Yeah, I like look down the hallway. Is there anybody like physically in this hallway?
No one else. No one else. Physically.
I used
And
the last charge on my detect thoughts again. I cast it out down the hallway. I'm done.
Okay.
Steph's so done with this day.
Okay. You get a ton more pings towards the sleeping hall.
Okay, yeah. It's only 30 feet, so
I
I
mean, it
basically
is
just want to
close.
make
These
sure
all-
the hallway itself is clear.
Go ahead and make a intelligence check real quick, actually. Just real quick.
Why wasn't I a wizard? 13.
That's enough. You do know that the sleeping halls is close to this room.
Got it. Okay.
It's not impossible for someone to eavesdrop from the sleeping halls, but that would also mean you guys have to talk rather loud.
Yeah, and we're not definitely.
Yeah,
At least
you're not
Steph's
like-
not.
Yeah, you're not like yelling, yeah. So, but yeah, you know it's not impossible.
Yeah. All right, then yeah, I will close the door, latch it, look for like a second latch it, look for a third latch, look at Thayer, ask where the secret latch is. Still have a bug head.
There is-
Would you
Realize
need
that
to
I have a
reinforce the
bug
door
head.
or something.
So you turn around to ask there, and you guys see like.
What the heck?
That's the best part is like I don't know how to speak like Thrycreen, so I just turn around and it's just a bunch of like little proboscis moving, but it's Steph's voice coming out perfectly normal.
How does everyone else react to this? How is Zara
How does
reacting to all
Zara?
of
Yeah, I was gonna
this?
say, how does Zara react?
Zara's watching. Probably petting Moot.
She's not even paying attention to this whole thing. I see.
Not even.
She's a little tired.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's fair. For the most part, there's a bit of shock from Steph abruptly opening the door. You hear like a chuckle or two around the table, mostly from Tunar once everyone realizes
My boy.
it's just a child.
Oh boy.
Um, you hear like Volley and Thayer breathe a sigh of relief, but you hear like Ibri give a very like.
Yeah. Yeah, Seth mirrors Ibri's side.
Well,
Alright.
At least it was only a child, but okay.
Oh man, it's been a long day.
Yeah, you're telling
Well.
me as my face
Oh,
is like
yes.
snapping
It's
back
still-
into human
Oh
form.
my God.
Well,
you
it's half Sev, half bug.
Yeah. I look like a fucking in between frame from
Yeah,
the
does-
Fly for a second.
Real
Like,
quick, does everyone know what a Thrycreen looks like?
No,
We fought
I do
them.
not.
oh,
You
oh,
fought-
When? Wait, what?
You guys did not fight Thrycreens. You fought on kegs.
No,
oh,
Yeah.
the
Let me-
on-kegs.
Let me.
Oh, this is
why
even
is it a
funnier
red
then.
pea?
Oh,
I said
God.
Why are
Thrycreen
they
because
all-
I thought it's what we fought. But it's
No,
even
you know
funnier
what?
if it's not.
It's that.
something.
It's because it's a. It's yeah. Just I really want everyone to know what a Thrycreen looks like, just so that everyone get a picture of this a much clearer picture of what's happened.
That's so. That's my mistake. But I want to roll that like Seth is so stressed that he's like, "What did we fight?
Oh.
Yeah, we fought a fucking bright green. I don't know."
Oh, that's what that
so
is.
yeah, his face turns into the face of an ant for like
Yeah.
like 10 seconds or so.
Wow. Okay, now that
worked
makes
out
sense.
even better than I thought it would.
I was wondering what you meant. Like, wait, proboscis? What are you? What
Yeah.
are you?
Completely forgot that. Yeah, which bug creature?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll totally allow it.
That's fine.
Yeah, I like Seth read about them once in
Yeah,
college and
exactly.
remembered them, and then he remembered we fought a bug, but at some point, all the stress and exhaustion, he's just like, "Yeah, I don't fucking know. We fought a bug. This one. Get out of here."
That's a bug, man. What more do you want?
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Well,
So yeah, I'll
Thank God.
walk back over to the table, and then just to like sort of get
Yeah.
the proceedings going, then I'll go
Well.
over the actual plan of like, we're gonna set us up the bomb, your bases explode, and we're gonna distract them, and then did we
pull up.
determine, because I know that I had a plan in my head, but
I
did we actually
will-
determine where the mountain riders would come in to help? Because I did have a plan, but I have completely forgotten in the 3 weeks since we last played.
fair.
So I
Fair
can't
enough.
remember if I ever actually vocalized it, or if I was just like, "I'll bring it up next session." And then,
No, yeah, we were going to bring it up like after we brought them back to the hot zone.
Fuck. All right.
Well,
Then I will try and rack my brain.
In the meantime, Thayer, I will say, Thayer mentions that. So here's a rough map of Daeston, by the way. Super rough map. I have not fleshed this out like at all. You can tell. Well, with a massive influx of warriors that will definitely aid in any defense that's needed, while this distraction is going to prove will be a vital part, and no doubt will play a major role if we escape. I can't imagine there won't be a couple of stragglers or wandering ashmakers that will end up jumping us the moment they can.
I suppose we
We have
should
a lot
actually
more-
assign people to the different groups. The one who
We have
is
a lot
attending to
more,
the,
yeah.
the bomb, and the other with the civilians.
And with a lot more able-bodied warriors, that also does mean they don't have to fight. That means we have a lot of now hands to do any kind of labor that'll be needed. Hauling the carts or hauling all the crates and containers that we plan to get out of here, all the food rations that we want to keep around for the supply.
So aside from us and the clan, who else here can actually fight? Well, other than Harvin and Oz.
You say that Oz immediately raises his hand, and Harmon's like,
It's like one wing shoots up.
yeah, like some feathers like fly off. He's just staring right at you, Amby. He's like, I can fight. I am a warrior.
I like your energy.
Harmon's like, all right, and meekly raises his, not meekly, but he also raises his hand. Aside from that, you see that Master Zhao and Master Bei also kind of nod and raise their hands as well with their elbows like on the table. And
I look at Thayer and
You
I
see-
ask him,
Evetta
"How are you
also
doing?"
looks
You
at
can see
Thayer.
Thayer, you can see Thayer kind of like is in thought and kind of gives like a maybe, kind of
Thayer, I've seen you use a
Maybe
bow
handshake.
once. How good are you with it?
I don't think he needs to use a bow anymore. Isn't that right, Thayer?
he
Oh?
there's like a slight smile as he says, I can, for now, I can use a bow. This kind of combat is a limit outside of what I'm used to, but I can certainly try. Volley and Ibri, Volley, Ibri, and Tunar do not raise their hands. They kind of look around like, Nope, we cannot fight.
Okay.
I
So
see.
you three then, and I'll indicate the three of them,
Oh,
are
a
going
very
to be in charge of coordinating the
crucially,
civilians.
Crucially, Moot does not also raise his hand.
Oh,
But maybe
baby
because
boy.
he's just a baby
No,
and doesn't
I
understand
would
what has
understand.
been
Mood is a little baby.
Little baby on the table.
Sorry,
Zara
you're kind of like.
raises Moot's hand. No.
I would imagine Zara's like, or not Zara. The Moot is kind of on the ground, and Zara, you're kind of like, clenching as Moot is kind of like clawing into your ankle.
Oh my
It's kind
god.
of like biting it like hard, and you're like, oh, this hurts.
Oh god.
I like
Oh.
the idea that I got a bug head and Moot was just like, food?
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, so yeah,
but yeah.
that would mean that the three of you would be responsible for the civilians, but I would also feel a little bit better if one of the fighters, could also accompany them, just in case some
Well, I think
stragglers
the
are left behind.
idea was just the three of us originally before the clan. Just the 3 or 4 of us were going to be the distraction plan. But now that we have the clan, I think the idea that I have is how many of your soldiers do you have? I'll ask the 2 clan leaders,
Well,
the mountain riders.
Bu looks towards you and says, well, we had... I forgot my accent.
W.
That's why I don't use it.
So, I'll tell you what,
Oh.
we have fish. So
Hey, man,
like,
that's appropriation.
we had like
Can't-
50
my
Okay, alright.
Yeehaw's our word.
Okay.
My bad. My
Um,
bad.
Well, we had 50 soldiers at the time of the attack, and we more than half were cut down. But thanks to Master Zhao and his terrific warriors, we recovered. I'd say we have about 30 in total warriors now.
Okay.
I will also
So
like to add that the you see, as Harvin looks really tired, by the way. I would like to add that it seems to be that at least the perimeter guard of the Ashmakers are beginning to dwindle. There was, I would say, at the beginning of the day, and I think yesterday, there was a lot of reinforcements coming in, and that's come to a halt. There's no more coming in, as well as some Ashmakers are even actually, looks like to be heading away from Daeston.
Away.
well,
I
if they're
don't
gonna
know,
blow
but
the
they're
city
not-
up to summon a dragon on top of it, then
They're not. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not reinforcing the perimeter anymore. And I don't know how much trouble that spells.
So they're not going. Are they not interested in Daeston? Is it just a portion of the army leaving, or do they actually have an order to leave?
No clue.
well,
If I
we
may.
know that they're just using Daeston and the people inside of it as a conduit to try and summon the dragon. And now that, the anti-magic is gone, they don't want their people at ground zero when they bring a dragon through the fire plane. So presumably, they're backing off to allow that to happen, would be my guess anyway.
If I may, this is Ibri. What Haven has said also seems to be true for the Ashmakers that have been going around pillaging, which would also line up with what you said, Seth. There was also a large squadron had also exited and headed out towards that makeshift port. And with them was that basically the one who's been spearheading this entire raid, this pillaging. I have not seen them return. Am I French all of a sudden? What's happening? Sorry.
I know Valio is French, but
Yeah.
no.
Tieflings are French,
And
obviously.
Yes.
I have not seen this leader return. But
Wait, how long ago was that? Was that fairly recent?
it was fairly recent, yes.
Was that who we ran into? Evetta looks at Seth.
That's
that
what I was
squad
thinking
that
as
she
well.
was talking about. Well,
That's what I was thinking.
we took care of the squad
you
for the most
describe?
part.
Describe this the leader?
I just shapeshift. I don't have the energy to explain things anymore.
Okay. Everyone's kind of well. You shapeshift, and you shapeshift to what he looks like under the armor, because you guys did see his face.
Yeah.
And Ibri kind of looks at you with a confused glance. It doesn't seem like she recognizes it, and that's probably because she doesn't know what he looks like without the armor.
Oh, wait a
Oh,
second.
wait,
And then I walk
Seth,
over to
what-
Zara's. I walk over to Zara's bag because I gave her the armor, and I
Yeah,
like
okay.
pull the helmet out and
Yeah.
put it on my head. I'm like, oh.
So this menacing, fire-imbued devil warrior face with glowing hot orange eyes just goes, "Hey, does this look familiar?"
Bringing any bells over here? Or what are we working with?
Ah, okay, yeah.
Is it bigger than a bread box? Are we? What's going on?
That is indeed what he looked like.
All right, yeah, he's dead now, and I pull the helmet off, and when the helmet comes off, it's Seth's head again underneath it, like shape-shifted in between.
Well, okay, correction. I'm not even sure if he's truly dead because we know he was taken away.
Was he?
I
That's
thought
me asking.
I wanted to make sure that he was truly dead, but before we could do that, we met
That is
the representative.
For you, I did forget. I did leave that. That is an important detail I left out in the recap. That did happen. Yeah, Squid.
Okay.
That sorcerer teleported, and then he basically
Oh,
like
that
threatened you,
fucking
Yeah,
asshole!
and he
the
counterspelled
representative.
your
I forgot
thing,
about him.
or he tried
Yeah.
to counterspell your thing.
I
Yeah.
counterspelled
Okay.
his counterspell.
Yeah.
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 Fuck that guy.
So yeah. You remember,
Yeah,
you
that
remember his-
Ashmaker
you remember his
representative
face?
appeared.
Okay, hang on. Let's retcon that then, because that was me forgetting that. Not Seth. Yeah. I'll be like,
Oh.
Well, he could. Yeah. That was 100% me. That happened like 4 hours ago, so I will remember. Especially how pissed off he was at that guy. No,
Yeah.
Seth says, yeah, we had killed him, but his body anyway was taken away. And I promised to kill the person that took his body away, and he was a real bitch about it, so that was fun.
Is that a bad thing that we don't have his body?
Eh.
Would you be worried?
I'm a little concerned about it, but there isn't anything we can do at the moment.
If we killed him once, we can kill him again. I
If
don't
he
see how
comes
that's
back
that
alive, I will
difficult.
kill him.
Yeah, Oz has the right idea. Oz, you're the only
I
one
agree,
talking
Oz.
sense right now. I
Oz,
gotta
you
be
are
honest.
right. You are right.
I
Technically, we
agree.
can kill them. Zara, what?
Oh.
Sorry, just the Zara. What?
Oh.
Oh.
That was way funnier for some reason. My bad. I did not mean to laugh that hard. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Oh.
So yes, indeed, we did actually run into that squadron you were talking about.
Well,
And we killed everybody but him, so. And presumably we're able to do it again. And
then,
if.
good thing he's maybe dead.
Dead
Is
enough.
Dead enough. Well, that works for me.
We've got a 1-0 lead. Seth is just so
Well-
like everything
Uh,
about Seth's demeanor is just like so catty and so terse, and he's just so tired.
Yeah, Evetta is still like a little shaken at the glare that Seth gave her earlier because
Yeah,
she
you
didn't
can tell-
understand.
You can definitely tell that Seth is like just 500% done. Like, everything that sort of happened in the last day, like, he really doesn't want to be here, but the good part in him, like, really wants to save these people and help them. But he's, like, really struggling with just, like, wanting to get it over with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so he will, like, sort of point at the map, and he'll say, so, as far as what you were saying, Evetta, about leading sort of the teams, my thought is everyone here who's not us, and I point at just Evetta, Zara, and himself, should be making sure that the civilians get away. That is, like, that's our number one priority. Because if it was just a matter of getting out of here, we could have done that days ago. We need to make sure they get out of here safely. And he, like, points at the door behind him towards, like, the sleeping hall. So that should be our number one plan. So everybody here who's a fighter and everybody here who isn't a fighter should be either with the civilians protecting them or coordinating their leaving. The exception to that would be our new friends. I think I would like if 10 of your best warriors go with the civilians purely to protect them, just full defensive. The rest of you, including the two of you, ride with us and get ready to put on an assault for your new home, basically. We're going to blow up that wall. We're going to see how many of them go to fight us and fight our way out of them, and then meet up eventually with the rest of your group and the rest of the civilians. I think that's probably our best bet. But we need the bulk of your forces to sort of help us get out. And then once we're out, we travel till we're safely away, and then you all have what you fought for. I, like, look at Thayer for approval. Did I do a good job, Senpai?
Well, that seems fine by me. We may need to work out some more details and kinks, such as what groups, who's leading what group, and also a lot of civilians to to extract. So we might have to divide them up even further.
Yeah. I trust that you are able to sort of handle the organization of your team and the civilians, because you've been doing it thus far.
Sorry. I'm going to bust out something real quick. Get into the sort of nitty-gritty of the plan. Sorry, I'm pulling up a map. So, as you are explaining all this, this is the map of Daeston, just of Daeston. So here's what you know. This right here, down here, that where I put that X, that is the main gate. That's the gate where you all came in from to enter Daeston. Up here is the Sky Gate. I deleted Daeston. Daeston's back.
Oh no, they succeeded in their plan.
You were briefly to Vostra?
So, that is the main gate. This is the Sky Gate. That is the more rich gate, if you will. That is where the rich people enter. So, northward is where Fort Belest is. That is where you plan most of the refugees to go. If you want to look at the actual map here, you can see that it is a bit of a trek. It is a bit of a trek away.
Yeah.
There might have to be, you guys might have to set up camp in the meantime. You might not get there.
Oh no, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
I figured it would be like at least a week, honestly. Like that was just me thinking in my head.
So, and some other like tactical information. This west side is where, and kind of northwest-ish is where the main focus of the perimeter guard is. Most of the upper districts have been ransacked at this point, and you're unaware of what's been happening in the Dawn Block or the Soufflet Domain. From what Harvin and Oz tell you, most of the perimeter guard is focused on this west side section. And that would correlate probably with this open area here is very easy to move troops in and out of.
Yeah.
So
then we want to
Where you-
punch out through either the eastern side or the northern side.
I should probably, I would say Evetta would know this. The tunnel that you escaped out of, probably somewhere around down here, Tifa Tunnel, because you made your you would have because you essentially you got out of the tunnel.
I would say we're not
I
seeing any marks
cannot
on the map.
see
if
any
you're-
of the drawings.
if you're
here.
marking,
What?
yeah, if you're marking
Put it
things.
on top of the.
What? This is the main gate down here on the bottom left. Up here on the top right is the sky gate. This west side of the walls are where most of the I'm just showing this is where it would be, but they're not in. It's not like they're inside of Daeston.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
perimeter guard
Right.
that's where they're mostly concentrated. Down here, Tifa Tunnel is where you escaped out of when you left Daeston, because when you left Daeston, you basically ran just straight. You kept running, and you eventually hit Thinden that way.
Hmm.
Are you able to mark on this where they're like camped outside
Yes.
of Daeston?
I will say that Tunar would
Okay.
not Tunar. There you go. So if you might need to zoom in a little bit. Most of the camps are set up. If that's the main gate, then Blue Ink, brother. Most of the camps are set up like this.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
And of course, the run towards Fort Balest is that way, and then this is down here is was Thinden.
Okay.
Okay.
So then
That makes sense.
the idea that I sort of had before we even had this map, and the idea that I still think that I want to do. Let me zoom in on this bad boy. Is we punch a hole because the
So,
tunnel's
okay,
like
let me go back here.
okay. Let me refix my map. So my
let's go
idea
back to this
is
Oh
That
okay.
explodes.
Okay.
My idea is we punch a hole here in the wall, because that'll basically allow us to be like a barrier in between the civilians and the ashmakers, and then we unfortunately have to flee around their camp and to the north, but by doing so draw them away from the civilians, who then go this way. So we punch out here and then head in this direction, like not into their camp, but like circumventing around their camp past the fighting, because they're gonna be busy. Because my thought process is, and this is like half in character, half out. Steph's also saying this, but we have to get a little meta right now. My thought process is they'll A, be busy fighting themselves. B, they will now have unmitigated access to the interior of Daeston. So pretty quickly they'll figure out, hey, wait, we don't give a shit about these random mountain riders and like nobody is running away from the city. We now have unlimited entrance into Daeston. So there'll probably be some initial fighting, but they'll probably give up on us, after a little bit, because the prize is going to be this big hole we have here. And then by the time they figure that out, the civilians should be well on their way around the other side of Daeston. That is my thought process, and that is what Seth relays to sort of everyone. That's sort of been the idea that I had since we first started discussing this bomb plan.
How close are they to the wall? Should we actually blow a hole right next to one of their camps?
That seems like we'd have to do a lot more fighting. I do like that idea, but if we blow a hole into their camp, we're just in the middle of their territory, and I think that's a much harder fight for us.
I will say that they are indeed pretty close to the walls, or I would say none of the camps are more than 500 feet away at most. They're very close. They've been keeping a close eye on anyone who tries to escape and rounding them up and basically throwing them in cages.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of fighting through their camp. I think we should try and stay away from it. We're gonna be tangling with them because, again, we're the distraction. But that's where, we have an actual military force, and I'll gesture back at the two mountain rider leaders to sort of help the three of us get out. I don't like, even to say nothing of their skill, like pointing again at the mountain riders, I don't think charging through another much stronger, much more heavily reinforced military that even the Daeston Knights themselves are struggling with is going to end well for us. I think we need to punch a hole close enough to the tunnel that it serves as a distraction, and or close enough to their camp that it serves as a distraction, but far enough away from the tunnel that it draws them away. But also, we need to make sure that we live. As much as I like the idea of putting a bomb right in the middle of their camp, I feel like once they rally from the initial shock, our odds are incredibly slim of getting out of there. And our surprise will only last so long by the time their commanders figure out, like, what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Our current plan, they basically won't have any idea, and we're still far enough away that we can get enough of a lead. Like, they won't immediately discover the hole because we're going to be charging towards them. And then by the time they do find the hole, hopefully the civilians have then completely vacated to the other side. The other thing I wanted to go over was how far is it from the city to that forest? And he'll indicate the, like, small forest before it, like, you know, eventually leads up to the fort.
They all kind of lean over.
Oh, are you talking
Actually,
about
looking at-
Skyward?
Does it have a name? I couldn't see it. Seth probably knows it, but I don't. Oh yeah, it doesn't have a name.
Oh.
No, like right here.
Oh.
Oh, that forest is it's part of the Sunset Weld, and well, me and my family are able to normally make it in about 3 hours or 4 hours of brisk walking, but transporting a whole lot of civvies, you should be able to get there in a day. I'd wager.
All right, then
It shouldn't take more than a day.
That's where we'll meet. Because we're going in opposite directions, and I think trying to regroup immediately at the north end of the city is probably not the best idea, because we need to just make sure that we
Definitely
put as
no.
much distance. Yeah, we need to put as much distance between us and the city as possible. So we take our two paths, and we regroup on the forest's edge here, and then we travel together, all of us, the civilians, the three of us, any mountain riders that wish to come along with us. We travel north into Carmeli. But that way we have a meeting place so that we're not just, like, wandering around aimlessly looking for one another. We meet here, and he'll, like, just choose, like, the most, like, you know, landmark looking-ish area, but, like, at the edge of the forest. Like, not even, like, in it truly, but, like, right there at sort of the copse of the woods.
Is there any sort of landmark there that we would be able to identify, Tuna?
You kind of see and think to himself. He has like his finger on his lip, and he's like,
I mean, if it's
Well,
Carmeli
Something that we
territory,
can pick up.
well,
But
if it's
well,
Carmeli territory, would I know of anything myself?
I'll say probably not.
Okay.
Tunar says, well, right about here, there's a funny looking rock. It's real tall. And me brothers drew a face on it once. We can meet up there. It's real recognizable. I don't know when you see it.
All right.
It's a
we'll
very
choose that
tall.
then.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. We meet there. If we don't meet up in a day and a half, then we continue to the fort as planned, so that we're not sticking around. But we'll give you a day and a half if you give us a day and a half. I'll look at Thayer, just because he's going to be in charge of the other group.
He nods and says, yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
So, describe the paths you wanted us to take one more time.
So we pop out. Oh, Jesus, just ping, motherfucker. All right, we're going to pop out here. Which
Okay.
would be to the left of, like, it'd be before the tunnel. Basically, we're putting
Okay.
the hole in between the tunnel and the camp.
Okay.
And then us and the three of us and the 20 mountain riders are going to basically head up around here, Oh, wait, I can doodle too, can't I? Can I do that?
Can you use the
Yeah,
brush
yeah.
tool?
I forgot that I could. So yeah, we head up through here. That's our group.
And assumedly then, so that was assuming that the camps would. Are you hoping that the camps would move in on the explosion?
Yeah, exactly. Because the whole thing that they've been doing is trying to fight to get their way inside Daeston. So, at first, my assumption is, at first they're probably like, "What the heck? Why are people fleeing? Let's stop them." But once they realize that there is like, "Oh, we can finally get into the city," they're just gonna go and like take care of that. And presumably, we'll have some patrols like after us at least for a little bit. But once they like fully realize that like we're kind of a lost cause, they'll just let us go, more or less. So yeah, they go in, and then yeah, we circumvent the camp by going a little bit wide, and then to the forest, while everybody from the tunnel goes around the other way.
Okay, and who's going? Which parties were going through the tunnel, and which are going through the fighters are going through the hole, and the tunnels were the citizens are going through the tunnel.
Yeah, so the citizens
Yeah.
and all of Thayer's crew. So yeah, the citizens, the underrunners, and 10 of the mountain riders go through the tunnel together, and then us and 20 of the mountain riders go the other way.
Okay.
Out of the hole. Also, if anybody has any issues with this plan, please let me know. Sep's not in charge, and neither am I.
No issues. I'm just following.
Then
Are you sure?
Sep's gonna look over
yeah.
at Zara and be like, "Zara, one of these days you're gonna tell me how you really feel," and I look forward to that conversation.
Maybe.
Okay. So then
He smiles when he says it, like it's genuine.
Tunnel was down
I
there.
don't know why
so
I'm getting a
skip this one
bad
this
feeling
time.
about this plan, but I don't see. This is our best option, so I think I'm just going to go with it.
I just use Dag as the citizen. Pretend Dag is the citizen.
Dag? What?
Dag is the model of the citizens. Thayer and his group are going to lead them out of the tunnel, right? Is what you're saying.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. And then we'll say Fiulet will probably be in charge of most of the mountain riders remnants,
Yeah.
so he'll probably follow you.
And they're serving as the bulk of the actual distraction force.
Yeah, Harvin and Oz will also accompany you. We'll just imply that.
Okay.
The rest
Okay.
of everyone, yeah.
I would
Harvin and
prefer,
Oz-
honestly, if Harvard and Oz went with the civilians.
Okay.
Give the civilians some fighters, basically.
Okay.
Because we're gonna
Yeah,
have
just
the
to protect
majority of the
them.
mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna
Harvin-
have 2/3 of the mountain riders with us, so the other
Yep.
third and everybody
Yeah,
else can
and
protect the civilians. I
Master-
feel comfortable with that.
Wide Jiao will represent the
Oh.
mountain riders going with the civvies.
Love Wide Joe.
Okay.
So Harvin and Oz will accompany them.
White Joe side of beef.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so that leaves you guys, and so it's only your party, and the 2/3 of the mountain riders will be the ones who are fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. You all look around. There seems to. He says, "I'll work out some things on my own. Working on getting finer details on who's going to do what and what civilians are going to be part of what group. We have cards now, which is
Yep.
Thank God. Thank God. So
Yes.
Let's make sure.
Thanks to the mountain riders.
The gods won't help. Make sure.
Seth.
In Minecraft. No,
you feel a heavy weight on your foot as Moot has fallen asleep on your
Oh
shoe.
no, no,
Aw.
he can't fall asleep. He's gonna be cranky when I wake him up.
Oh,
Hold
EP
up.
boy.
No.
You
Speaking of
look
EP.
down, Evetta, and you see Moon. You look over and you're like, oh my God, Zara's shoe is chewed up. It's got claw
Yay.
marks. There's a bit of
Oh,
dents
jeez.
and punctures.
Zara, do you need a change of shoes?
Probably.
Unfortunately, I don't have any cobbler's tools, so I won't be. Actually, I might be able to do that. Not now,
Okay.
not now, but.
It's metal. She's wearing
Oh,
plates.
metal.
Oh,
No,
How does
yeah,
Moot
it
eat
looks pretty
what?
bad. Yeah, no, it looks pretty bad.
So.
okay, the holes add ventilation. It's good for travel. Trust.
I think
Smelly feet, yeah.
I
think
just give this
Jesus.
look at Zara.
I think Moot has the right idea. I want genuinely. I think I want those civilians in that tunnel no later than 6:30 in the morning. We're blowing the wall before sunrise.
Hmm.
Got it.
When they would least expect it, yes.
Also,
Yeah.
Evetta, Moot is heavy on your foot.
Ah,
It is
Chunky boy.
heavy.
Chunky boy.
Healthy. He's healthy. He's a healthy, chunky
Zara,
baby.
could you
Oh.
please?
I'll sort of look over at Thayer while this is happening.
I'll help you.
Be like, is there anything else you wish?
You sure you got it? I don't think you've got it, Zara.
I got it. Moot,
Ow, oh,
come here.
Zara,
make
you
a-
can bench press like a cart. Just lift them up.
Go ahead and make a strength check, actually, Zara.
Oh God! Oh God!
You know what? No. Make an animal handling check to see if you can pick him up without waking him up.
No.
Okay, that's funny. I like that.
7. Oh, you
I was gonna say
did
athletics, but animal handling's way funnier.
7?
7.
oh.
Oh, EP boy angry.
Flash of genius. Add 4 to that.
Oh, let's go. Wait. Let's go. 11.
Okay, 11, okay. You pick him up, and as you pick him up and bring him up to your... closer to you, and up to your chest, you see him, like, open an eye, one eye, just opens it up slightly and looks around, and then he goes back to sleep.
Yeah.
Just managed to not wake him up.
All right, Thayer, I think that's probably
Thank
about
you.
good for the plans, right? We should get some rest. Okay.
I do have one small request. Not everyone needs to be here about it though. Thayer, do you
Yeah?
do you happen to have any sort of spare light armor?
Well, that'd be more a
Something
question for
that could.
Ollie. Ollie, do we have spare light armor? We should have. Yeah, we should have a spare dinged up light armor. It might be a little rough on the edges, but we should have one.
That's fine. Anything will do, for now. Something to help me survive while we're distracting the Ashmakers.
Then I can get you that by the morning. before we
Okay,
leave.
thank you. I'd appreciate that.
The black market is open.
The black market.
sorry. Oh man. Okay, sorry.
Evetta also turns over to Master Jiao. So one thing. Those wyverns out there. You said that your men would be able to craft parts out of them. Are you going to be doing that on our way to Fort Ballast?
Oh,
Or
I'm afraid that if me and my win, what?
whoa.
It is going to take a very long time in order to get parts out of those wyverns. I would say that it would take at least a day to get there, get parts, and also to load them up onto. We would also need carts. I don't know if we can spare carts.
Okay.
I'm afraid it would have to probably happen maybe after all this, and by that time they might still be there. They might not.
That's rather unfortunate, because I wanted to at least be able to have something, some more armor of sorts, either for, I don't know, any of our underrunners here who might need it, or maybe even for the baby owl cub. Little owl cub. Owl bear cub, oh my god. I was like, wait,
bear
this doesn't
owl.
sound right. What did I just say?
The bowel cub.
No.
Club owl penguin?
No!
Hello. It's all the above.
Also, Seth, if that is you, I do not know if you have accounted for this, but me and my warriors do possess, at the very least, basic druidic magic. I don't know if you have any plans for that, or if you want us to just think on the fly.
I was gonna I will leave up the coordination of your tactics of your men to you. I trust that you know how to lead your men in battle the
Fair enough.
best.
enough.
Yeah, I understand that druids have healing magic to some degree. You could also, the ones that are with the civilians, I know that they have some, bless you, they have some.
Yeah, you hear someone sneeze outside.
Has what?
But yeah, presumably, you know, any healers you have, like, they'll be of use with any civilians that might be injured, but focus on defense first, and I trust that you can handle your men.
Of course.
If that's it, then I'm gonna go, I think, turn in.
Me too. I'm tired.
All right. Rest well, everyone.
Indeed. See, there kind of just stares at the table.
I hit
Just
Thayer
the look
with
of it.
the make sure you get some rest, and I shoot him a wink, and then I leave.
You do hear a slight chuckle as he leaves.
Sheesh.
Hey,
I
yo.
will not rest.
Oh,
I will stay up fighting.
Oz,
Oz, you
no.
can't do that. That's,
I
you can't.
highly
Come on,
discourage
come
you
on,
from
pal.
doing that.
I am gone.
disappeared. Oh,
I accidentally deleted my character image. Oops. Okay, you all turn in.
okay. Why does
It is
look
now
like
time
he
for
has
bed.
eye bags? Oh,
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
oh he looked like he had
His eyes are
eye
closed.
circles.
Fine, I delete Moot.
No,
All right.
Oh,
well.
dude, I can't believe Moot died.
no.
Oh.
Not
Alrighty.
while Zara lives.
You all had this bed sleepness.
Whoa.
You all sleep in your bed. Assuming no one else wants to do anything.
I'm gonna
Else?
just do a quick little prayer. So I'm
Okay.
gonna lay out the shield and the armor.
Evetta like partially collapses onto the bed, but because there's no mattress, it kind of hurts a bit to do that.
I'm gonna
it does-
disassociate and stare at my hands for a little bit.
It doesn't creak whenever you plop down on it. It just
Great.
Ah. That
You know
was
it's
a
for your back.
mistake. Good for my back? What?
You know they say laying on the floor is good for your back.
I will pass.
Oh.
You don't think that's true.
I-
You're certain that's not how that works.
Evetta does not think that is true at all.
Alright. So, you all turn in, and as you walk in, Dag is fast asleep a sound. He is snoring. He is asleep. He is asleep.
Oh, right. Evetta wants to check on her mother. That's right. So Evetta was. No, I'm sorry. No. I can't remember
What's
if
the mom
Evetta
doing?
casted, honestly. But I know
Okay.
Zara casted? At least lay on
I
hands.
cast
Lay
it.
on
I
hand-
think
she
I
used lay on
cast,
hands, yeah,
like,
to
19
Okay.
HP.
Okay.
Evetta picks up
okay.
her mother's hand.
Okay, I'll say
Did
as you
she-
walk in though, you see her jittering.
Ooh, sorry.
Her body is
What?
like
Mother?
randomly convulsing.
Evetta
you
rushes over to
see-
her.
And you see as well, her bed has been pushed into the corner. There's like a wide berth between her bed and all the other beds. Which leads you to believe
What?
that maybe she has been doing this, and the people who are checked up on her, or just keeping tabs on her, are kind of like, oh, let's push her away. You walk over to her, and you notice that the center of her, where her heart should be, there is an orange glow like underneath the skin.
What?
And there are lines. There are like 4 lines that extend out from this glowing orange that follow the appendages. Basically, the nervous system for Wolo, but not as many nerves.
I see.
It looks just like
Can Evetta do an Arcana check to see if this is something magical that's going on?
that.
Like, could she use that to identify what this is?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, God take it. Where am I? 11.
11. You're not quite sure. You can't pinpoint the exact details. You do get the sense that this is magical. It is magical in a way.
What the?
But it is
Seth?
not as if like a curse has been put on her. It's not as if there's a magical effect on her. Just it is like it's a mixture of being natural and magical.
Evetta rushes over to where Seth is. Seth, are you still awake? I'm sorry. Are you still looking at your hands? Oh,
He is extra disassociated.
In
Shoot.
another planet.
Disassociating hard.
Tripping.
Evetta rushes out to the hallway. There, are you still there?
I'm here. I was
Oh.
speaking the whole time.
Oh God! Wow. Okay, back up, rewind. Okay.
Back
okay.
up.
Um,
I was like, all right. Yeah, Steph is definitely still staring at his hands like into the middle distance, and you like rush over to him, and it takes him like a full second to like snap out of it and look up at you, and he's like, "Huh? What?"
Something's up with my mother. I just have no idea what's going on. Please take a look.
Okay, let's go, and he'll follow you down the hallway.
You rush over.
What that mom do?
You rush over. And you see the same thing. There's an orange glow where her heart would be, and she's just like convulsing. That's what you see immediately. What do you want to do?
I guess Seth's just going to try and determine to the best of his abilities if he's able, because I don't know what Avetta's done, so Seth's just gonna approach it and just be like, what can I do to try and figure out like what this is? And like I'll begin like, looking at the glowing and tracing it, but see if anything in me can help determine what this is, or if I can like, gauge it in some way.
Okay. Go ahead and make an Arcana check then.
Ooh, 22.
22.
Sorry, 21. I don't know if that
21.
matters.
Well, you don't gain anything then. No.
Damn it, guys, I was so close. I almost had it.
Yeah, the DC was exactly.
Wait, yo.
Okay.
Fuck!
You recognize what's happening. It's subtle, but her soul has been replaced.
Ouch.
Go ahead and make one more. Make an intelligence check real quick.
Just
Or
like flat
history.
in.
Just hit history. check.
History? Okay. That'll be 17.
Okay. So okay, let me elaborate more on the Arcana check.
I guidance myself?
You don't know
I should have done
exactly
that.
what has happened, and this Arcana check does not tell you if this happened in between the Greater Restoration and her time resting here, or if this was already a part of her when you first rescued her. You can't glean any of that. But with that history check, you recognize that is the essence of a fire elemental that has replaced her soul. And you know what that generally means is that the fire elemental now has control over the body. And it will now think that this is its body. She will essentially be an entirely different person.
Yeah. Can I...
Who knows if she will even be a person, because it's not like it's a human soul or a humanoid soul that is now...
yeah, but fire elementals are still sentient, though.
They're still sentient. Sure, yeah.
Can I
It's not-
determine...
I'll
I don't
say
know if
that
there's any... Yeah, sorry.
one more that it's not like in a 3D. It's
Yeah.
not like this. It's just straight up like raw fire elemental.
Yeah, okay.
And you're like,
Would I
huh.
be predisposed to either to think whether this would be like it's not the same person? Would I have any knowledge about fire elementals that would lead me to believe that this would be a benign thing? Like this could end up being like, it won't be Avetta's mom, but maybe it would be like, not inherently evil, or is this like we
Yeah,
gotta put her down old Yeller style?
Wow.
I will say,
He's
yeah,
my
with
mom,
that,
let me do it, cock shotgun.
I will say that most of the time, no, sorry, with that history, I'll say that you would know that fire elementals are indeed true neutral.
Okay.
You know that
Oh, my
if you don't
voice.
provoke it, you know that if you don't provoke it, it probably also won't do anything like aggressive back or violent or super harmful.
Okay.
You also don't know though if it also probably won't act on your side either.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be its own person. It'll have to decide things, but like, because it could just like fuck off and leave. Like, like if it's true neutral, it'll like figure it'll come out. It'll have a personality and it'll figure out what it's doing. So that's totally fine. And Steph's okay with that. If I know that it's true neutral, then or that it's not like inherently evil, so to speak, then Steph would. Basically, I'm trying to wager whether or not I have to tell Evetta that we have to kill her mom again. That's what Steph's trying to
Yeah.
determine. That's what Steph's trying to determine right
So yeah,
now.
Evetta, you see, sorry, Steph is deep in thought.
With my okay, so I know it's not inherently evil. I know that it's gonna be like its own fully formed person. It's not gonna be her mom. Would
I'll say
with the
one more-
21 Arcana?
Yeah, I
would
was gonna elaborate on that, Ankarna.
Okay.
One more thing. Well, I'll say I said that you wouldn't glean it was already there when you rescued her. I would probably say that even though that is the case, you definitely know that this has to be something that Ionin did.
Yeah.
This is 100%, and because you don't have like the actual crystal, or because there wasn't much time to investigate what was the interaction happening with the crystal in her body and then like the altar. It seems to be that not only was the crystal keeping her alive, right? It was functioning as her actual heart.
Yeah.
And when it was shattered, the fire elemental basically had to go somewhere.
Yeah, I need to fill something. So I guess the last
The
thing that's
soul
going to
of it,
determine
yeah.
sort of like where he falls on this is would I know, or what would I think that there is any part of Evetta's mom that is like salvageable? Like, would I know where her mom's soul would be, or is it like, is she already
So
dead
make
and this is what
make
we
a religion
have?
check.
Do I have that? Pulls up character sheet. Am I a religious boy that ain't got no religion? Nope, I got religion. Here I am
He's
in
got
the
religion.
corner, losing my religion. 19.
19. Yeah, because you recognize that because her soul has been replaced, that means that her original soul has moved on to a different plane.
Got it. Okay.
So you need
That's
to
what I
need,
figured.
you need like strong magic to bring
true.
the soul back. Yeah.
Yeah, we need true res.
Yeah. You need strong magic to pull her back.
Okay.
And I would wager greater restoration would unfortunately would not fall under.
Oh yeah, no,
something
not at
capable
all.
of that.
But do I think that maybe okay, yeah. So no, if her soul is gone, then yeah, this thing will be its own person, but just basically skinwalking.
It is essentially like raising undead, but instead of imbuing like negative or dark energy, you're imbuing the soul of like a fire elemental. That's essentially what happens.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, Seth is sort of like, yeah, Evetta, from your perspective, I'd say Seth is like looking over her for like at least as long as Ryder and I have been talking. And he's like,
She's like looking back and forth between her mother and
Yeah.
Sav, and is like, what is
and he's not talking
What's wrong
to
with
you
her?
at all. Like he is just completely unresponsive because he's like tracing the fire in her veins. He's probably even like pulling some books like out of his bag and like flipping through some things. Like he's like cross-checking.
Did
like
someone do
information.
something to my mother? I need to know.
Like every time you talk, it's like Seth isn't there, and then after like a minute of silence, he just goes fuck, and he turns towards you and he says, well, we already had the conversation that she was gone. She's still gone, Evetta. And I'm like
What do you
half
mean?
looking at Evetta, half looking at her mom, and I'm like, we don't have her. We have something else in place of her.
Wait, what?
When
There's someone else in her body?
something else. I think
Something.
she's probably been. This isn't. Look. We thought she was dead when we first found her. And I know that we had a glimmer of hope when we were able to restore her body, but unfortunately, I think all we did was restore her body. She's been dead, I think, well before we encountered her in that crypt inside Ionan's mansion. And I think he was working to place something else inside of her. Not just keep her body artificially sustained. I think that he was trying to use her as a host for something. A fire elemental specifically. So I don't think we have ever had her. And he like looks at you and like his face is just like full of regret, like when he's saying this. And he's like kind of mutters under his breath, but like loud enough that you can hear it. He's just like, I wish I knew that sooner, so it wouldn't be as much of a surprise now.
Yeah, Yvette's face is just like in shock. She just doesn't know what to say at this point.
As he says that, you see her body jolt a little bit more violently. She gets like a few inches off the bed, and you suddenly hear her just scream like "Sarah!" And you, as she says that, you see her mouth is like glowing orange. You see her briefly like open her eyes, and they're just like pure fire orange.
Would either of
she
us
just
recognize the
collapses.
word she just said?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying, unless either of us speak primordial, no.
Oh, I didn't know what that was.
She just falls back onto the bed.
With my or actually I guess I haven't done a medicine check yet. Can I try and determine how close she is to like waking up and like how close the elemental is to like gaining control, basically?
Yeah, go ahead and go ahead and make a medicine check.
I'm not proficient in that, and I think this roll is not good enough. 1 second, where is my medicine? 12.
Flash of genius. At 40.
W!
You what?
Flash of genius.
What is that?
Anyone I can see within 30 feet of me, when you make an ability check, I add +4 to your roll. Basically my intelligence
Okay.
modifier.
Oh, sick. Oh, sweet. Yeah, 16 then.
Okay.
I gotta remember to guidance myself before I make a roll.
You absolutely understand that the elemental is currently trying to take control. You can
Okay.
definitely that was essentially what just happened was essentially it realizing, oh, this is how I talk.
Got it. Okay.
And it's trying to figure out like how to it's essentially trying to figure out how to get control. But with only a 16, I would say you don't know when.
Yeah,
it'll
we
force you
need.
away.
I look at Evetta and I say we need a room away from all these people.
Where would we
And
find
I'm gonna
one?
like grab the bed because presumably it's like she's on like a gurney basically, right? Like it's not like a true bed. It's like she's
It's
in
not.
like
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
this is kind of like a makeshift infirmary.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
you just
grab it
see-
and just
yeah.
like start wheeling it out of like the common area and try to find like a more like set aside. I might even just go into the fucking meeting room that we were just in because presumably nobody is in there anymore because like the meeting's over. So yeah, just I want to try and find some place where there's not like a bunch of innocent people that can get fireballed if this thing decides it doesn't like us.
Can I
Mm,
say?
yeah.
Can I say Zara's done praying and she notices this?
Go ahead and make a. No, you're done praying, and as you're about to head to bed, you see Seth wheeling her mom. Your mom. No,
yeah.
her mom. Evetta's mom.
Okay,
Yvette is
yeah,
following
okay.
Seth.
I'll
Yeah.
follow the party. What's
Okay, you
going
two.
on?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me she had been dead all along? What we had been carrying
I-
was actually someone else this entire time. Someone else had been inhabiting her?
Oh, you
What-
just did a
what-
great
what did
job
you
of
do?
summing it up for. You just did a
What
great
is-
job of summing it up for Zara. Zara, that's what's
What is
happening right now.
happening?
Come with us. We're going into a room.
Okay.
And Seb's just like dead-eyed, just like this day will not stop. Because he's like feeling hurt. So yeah, Zara, that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
Someone is
And then, yeah,
inhabiting
once
my
we get-
mother. No idea what it
Once
is.
we get into the room, I'm gonna lock it behind us.
All right.
And then Seth will just sort of collapse on the floor and just start staring at the bed.
So you're all now in the meeting room again. Door locked.
Mhm.
Just you three.
And Moot.
So is there?
And the sleeping mute.
Yay. Moot.
And a sleeping Mott.
Okay.
More?
Where?
So there's no way to banish this thing from her body, is
I
there?
don't know if. I mean, there are ways.
Zara, do you know of a
But-
way?
Well, okay, hang on. Wait.
Does Zara know the way?
Hang on. Hang on. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Zara,
Okay.
go make a religion check.
Ooh.
I mean, did my religion check from earlier, would I know anything? Was it 19?
Dirty 20.
Jesus.
Okay, I'll say, yeah, both of you know, yeah, there are ways to banish the soul out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zara, though, you would know that once a soul has moved on to a different plane, it's difficult to get it back.
Yeah.
It's in part,
it.
it's either so much time has passed that the soul is eventually guided into a different plane, or the soul itself has willingly moved on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when a soul has willingly moved on, it is hard to bring it back.
Got it.
Yeah. And I'll just like I could see that Evetta
was
is
like-
like starting to panic.
I
Oh,
would say
yeah.
that I'm gonna use the not straight up use, but reviving people. I'm gonna kind of take inspiration from Critical Role, where you have to roll
Yeah.
to see if it's successful.
I'm gonna say even in like regular D&D, like anything,
But-
like even true res can be ignored by the person. Like
Yeah.
you could
Hmm.
try and true res a person if they're just like they could just Goku it and be like, "Nah, dog, I'm good."
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna
Yeah,
stay
they can just be
dead.
like, I don't want to hear about. Yeah,
Yeah, and I like if I understand that, like, you know, her soul is in a different place, I think Seth would be like, "Oh, okay." So I
Yeah,
can see that
you-
Evetta is starting to like, you know, panic, and I also understand that, you know, while a fire elemental is still true neutral, it's still a fire elemental, and
Yeah.
Seth's
Actually-
like, "Evetta, I need to stress to you that your mom has been gone
I will-
for
yeah. I will-
probably months since you've left."
I will clarify that Zara and Seth, I will say you both know you can banish the soul, and it's hard time to bring it back. Zara, you would know that based off of what has happened, right? The 8-month thing, where Avetta's like bank was slowly being drained over the course of 8 months, or rather,
Mhm.
it's something along the lines of that. The fact that she was already, looked like to be dead when you found Avetta's mom. And you know that it also takes a long time for a soul to just like a soul can cling on to its body and refuse to move on, but it can't do so forever. And it takes a long time for that to happen. The fact and also means that also means if her soul was still clinging on, it would be a little bit more difficult to imbue a different soul into the body. What this
Yeah.
all means is that her soul has already moved on.
Mhm.
And in such a short period of time, it is already on a different plane. And then another soul is already inhabited. It's Avetta's mom's vessel.
Right.
Which means that it might be nigh impossible to get the soul back.
Is there any way we can extract the soul though?
Like banish it?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
just
he already
banish
said
it.
that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You and Seth know that there are ways to banish it.
Okay.
But that would
it's-
not bring Avetta's it would just
Right.
make her soulless.
Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, Seth is just gonna like try and reiterate to Evetta, like, she's been gone for a while now, and whatever's in her is, yes, it's wearing your mother, like it's inhabiting your mother's body, but her soul isn't in it, and there's a possibility that even if we are to get rid of what's currently inhabiting her body, we just have your mother's body. Additionally, I understand this might be difficult, and that makes sense, but if we approach this creature with outward hostility upon, being born essentially into this new form, it could react very poorly. It is not an inherently evil creature. It's also not necessarily going to want to harm us. And it's also not necessarily responsible for anything that happened to your mother. If anything, it is just as much a victim as she is. All that is to say, we should not do anything untoward to it. And in fact, we should probably try and calm it down and get it to be acclimated to where it is. Because the alternative is, we have a sitting fireball inside of your mom.
Evetta slowly lowers her gun that she had almost picked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steph's hands are out this whole time.
This entire time? I don't even know what to say anymore. She was gone? So there was no way to actually bring her back. Wait. There's no way to speak to souls who've moved on, is there?
I look at Zara and I'm like, I don't think so. Not if she's that gone.
Yeah, Zara, you would know that. If the soul is not, if the soul is that far gone, probably not.
No.
Oh,
So I truly won't ever get to see her again. Alright,
I'm so sorry, Evetta.
Seth, how long do we have before this thing actually wakes up?
I do not have that information. Writer.
Could I try to figure it out?
Go ahead and make a medicine check. What's up?
Medicine. I will. Oh. I got a 10.
No clue.
Do I think I can kickstart this thing if I wanted to? Like, if I wanted to pump magic into it, can I,
Oh, okay. Huh.
I'm not gonna do it, but is that a thing that I think is possible?
Sure. Yeah. That could you could totally do that. Yeah.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me or Seth
No,
is genuinely
I would
thinking
say-
about this.
I will say, Seth would know that is possible, but
Okay.
since it's not, there's a chance it could mess up.
Yeah. Okay.
It could backfire. You could accidentally cast the actual spell just into.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Then it doesn't get absorbed, but you just cast the spell. Like, imagine if you were trying to do like a fireball, but imbue the energy of a fireball, but you actually cast it right there.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So that could,
Um,
yeah.
I'll look over at Evetta and be like, I might be able to cause it to happen now rather than later, and that might be to our benefit. Because something that would be very bad would be if this creature woke up, I don't know, just spitballing here in the middle of escaping from a city under siege in 8 hours. It might be better to sort of tackle this head on right now, but there is the chance that it doesn't perfectly work out. I don't have any magic that's going to actually hurt it, but being woken up by being attacked might not put it in the best mood, but I can try. I'm fairly confident in my abilities, just so that we don't have a time bomb.
Well, of course, the last thing we need is for this thing to blow up everything that we've worked so hard for.
Exactly.
Would it be wise to start it now?
Well, I mean,
How would
we
it
wake
affect
it
the
up.
three of us?
Oh, we're fine. I wake it up, we tell it the situation, and it's its own person. Like I said, it's not inherently evil. We welcome it to the world, we treat it with kindness, we tell it, where it is and what's happened to it, and what we're doing, and it can determine what to do from there. And you can tell, like, when Seth's describing it, like, he's basically treating it like it is its own entity, even though it's not, like, quite a person yet. Like, he's treating it very much like this is a life, like, and we can't, like, this is Seth's true neutral actually coming out, where he's like, it deserves every right to be able to make a decision, basically. Like, it didn't ask for this. Like, Ionen's an asshole, and he killed your mom and put something in her body, and he ripped it from its plane of existence to imbue it into her. It is probably just as traumatized and just as distraught. So I say we give it a fair chance, but I understand that it is in your mother's body, so it is your call. But my opinion is that it is a victim. It is as much a victim of Ionen as you are.
Evetta
You
has
at
been
least have
trying
that
to mull this over as best as she can, trying not to panic speak and interrupt Seth. Well, this is an interesting interpretation of this. I suppose when you do it, I'll just be far away from this. I don't know if I can actually look at this.
That's fine. I don't think it'll have your mother's memories, because it's not her.
No,
So
of
it
course
won't
not.
recognize you.
It just has her face. As much as I want to slap it, I can't. I can't.
Yeah. I look at Zara and I'm like, would you mind sticking around and maybe healing me or it in case it explodes?
Of course, I'll be here.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so
And
Evetta will
Steph's gonna
retreat to a corner.
yeah.
I'll go with
Steph's gonna
Evetta.
stand up and like dust his robes off and just be like,
Okay.
oh, man, what a day.
Alright.
God, yeah.
So, you want to attempt to imbue some more fire essence into this fire elemental Evetta mom hybrid thing?
I think what I'm gonna start with actually is I'm gonna use shocking grasp, and I'm essentially gonna like defibrillate it. Like I'm gonna walk over to it,
Okay.
and I want to like literally kickstart it with like, because like fire and electric magic are like close enough, and I want to see if I can just like into it, but not like actually casting the spell, but yeah, like you described, channeling the magic into it. I'm using guidance on myself.
It's a good idea.
Hold up, do I have anything?
Because I have an idea that I'm thinking of.
Oh.
No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, go ahead and just make an attack roll using your spellcast modifier.
Okay, so
Just make a regular spell attack roll.
yeah.
What do you get?
25.
25. Okay.
Oh wait. Oh, then I wouldn't be able to use guidance if it's an attack roll. I assumed it would just be like my charisma or something. If it's not applicable for guidance, then I won't do it.
Well, even then, you managed to roll high enough. So, you defibrillator. You can see there's a
Clear.
There's a slight shock. The head comes up a little bit. The eyes open. The mouth briefly opens for something, and again, you can see that the inside of the mouth is just glowing, but it lies back down and continues to just like jolt.
Okay.
But you do see the fiery veins. After doing that, some more fire, kind of fiery veins-ish, have sprouted. You get the sense that it imbued some, but it maybe wasn't enough. In terms
Is
of,
this like it needs to like be like a leveled spell? Like I need to like actually pump like
you might
real
yeah
magic
you might
into
need
it?
you might need like an actual
Sweet. I've got a 3rd level spell in the Ion Stone. I pull the Ion Stone out, and I'm like, all right. It's been really nice knowing both of you. And I'm gonna do it again. Am I able?
What spell?
It's technically Mind Whip, but yeah, I'm just like, I just want to use the magics though.
Go ahead and make a real quick an Arcana check.
Hwah! I'll
use
guidance that one. Oh Jesus, it's 22.
22. You get the sense that this might backfire. It might be more prone to backfire if you use a magic that does not have some fire innate ability to it.
Got it.
It could still work. It could
okay.
still work, but it just might be harder.
Well, Ryder, you leveled me up and I got rid of all my fire spells because the only thing that I learned from the last 12 sessions was that fire magic wasn't usable. Dungeon Master.
Wow.
You.
No, you.
You get
Everything you had told me, based on how the game had been progressing, was fire magic's not very useful.
If you use
I said, okay.
If you use a level 3 or higher spell, DC will be lowered because it'll contain more magic, but the DC will be bumped back up again because if they're not fire, if they don't have like a fire component to them.
Fine, that's
so the level and the non-fire like cancel each other out.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna use a 3rd level spell because this is all I have. So again, it's the end of the day. We haven't long rested yet. I blew everything collapsing that tunnel earlier.
Okay.
Am I able to guidance myself? Since I'm not like actually trying to damage it, I'm trying to like do a thing.
Sure. Well, we'll say this: you'll still use your spell cast. You'll make a check with your spell casting modifier. So yeah, it'll just be an ability check with your spell casting modifier. So yeah, you can use guidance.
That at least gives me.
What spell are you? Hold on. What spell are you using?
It's Mind Whip.
Okay. We'll say this: if you roll below the DC is 17, if you roll below it, you cast it on her.
No, that's fine. With my +8 and a guidance, I feel pretty confident. So I'm a gambling man. Steph's not, but he stuck with me. That is 19.
Okay. With a little bit of finesse, carefully drawing out the match from the Iron Stone and then transferring it into the Fire Elemental, you imbue the energy of the magical energy of Mind Whip into the core of the soul. And as you do so, you see suddenly tons and tons of little like veins and almost like kind of like a nervous system is being drawn out. Tons of fiery veins begin to just reach in to the limbs. You see some go up like the neck slightly, and then you see a big one connect into where would be the brain, and then you see like this orange outline of the brain, like this kind of like as this is like this sudden like glow to the brain, and then it all dims out, and you no longer see any of the orange glowiness. It looks just like a regular body. For the eyes just shut open, and she's just staring at you. You can see she's taking breath, and she's just staring at me. You're like,
I'll like now that I see.
And then
that
she
she's
shoots
awake,
up. She,
yeah,
like,
I'll
sits
back
up.
away from the table a little bit, give her some space.
You give her some
I assume
space.
I'm the only one actually by the table, right? Like both of you kind of like dipped a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with Evetta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still in the room, but just far.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and yeah, I'm just like I'm still within like I'm still within like 10 feet of the table, but I'm not like on top of it anymore.
Okay.
I'll just back up slowly.
You back, and you're just watching her.
Yeah, no, I'll just
Okay,
I'll
perfect.
have my hands up, and
Okay,
I'll
perfect.
stare at her and I'll say hello.
She kind of looks. You can see she looks at her hand, and you see her say, and she's like looking at like her arms, and there's like this. On her face, it's like this utter terror.
Yeah.
It's like a mixture of terror and disgust on her face. You see she
Yeah.
looks down at her clothes, and then she like grabs at them, and she like it looks like she's trying to like rip it off or like take it off. She just looks at you with like this panic face. Her hands are still kind of like in this position of what am I?
Yeah.
And she looks at you and she says, Sakurada, Shikurasa. You don't understand anything that they're saying.
I am just gonna like hold a hand up. I'm gonna continue trying to talk to her, just be like, "Hi, I'm Seth. I would love to know your name, but I think there's a little bit of a language barrier. And like he's just like trying to like calm her down and just say like really benign things. And then while he's doing that, I'm flipping through one of my like school books and I'm finding a diagram of the planes. And I'm looking for that specifically. And I'm gonna like once I open up the page, I'm gonna hold it out to her, and I'm gonna point at the elemental plane of fire, and then I'm gonna point at the material plane, and then like just like double tap it to like indicate that like that's where she is now.
Okay. Second, I'm going to make an intelligence roll to see if Fireman understands what you're trying to say.
Okay.
There's a -2 to it, so.
Oh,
wow.
Good.
Wow.
Good.
At least Moot's not the dumbest one in this room.
No, he
Pretty
is.
sure he still is.
No.
By a
Pretty
wide
sure
margin.
Even grown Albers have like what, 4? As their
Something like that.
Something like.
Oh,
And
wow.
they're not sentient. They're like
Wow.
they're animals. They're
Yeah.
just,
Embarrassing.
like,
It's okay. At least he's cute.
That one.
True.
Oh, not
Oh.
one.
It goes to touch your spellbook, and you immediately kind of like flinch, knowing the nature of fire elementals, the fact that
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
they touch burns. But it manages to touch the spellbook anyways, or not spellbook, just the book itself anyways. Nothing happens to the book actually.
Okay, good.
It just points at it and says, "Sishra." It just looks at you.
Evetta, can you
Yes?
go get Thayer and see if anybody knows how to speak Primordial?
If it immediately gets up and walks out,
I hold
I
up
cannot
like
stand this.
yeah, I hold up a finger for like one, like just like to just like indicate to like wait.
Yeah, Evetta tries to look around for
Okay.
Thayer.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Dirty 20.
320. Okay. You don't find. You find Thayer. He lets you know that unfortunately he does not possess the capabilities. Maybe he would have if he had something important to him, but he doesn't.
Use that book,
But
the good book.
Do you need a book of some sort? What is it that
No,
you need?
don't worry about it. I don't think I can help you, unfortunately.
Are you
but
sure? Do you know anyone?
Well, you go off and you find someone else in the. You find one of the Tiger Clan warriors,
Oh,
and
That makes sense.
he's like, "Oh yeah, I know Primordial. I can help."
please help me, sir. It's urgent. Follow me.
Okay, yeah. And so he follows you.
That's 2.0.
No, God.
I feel like if his dad, he would just say, "Sure."
Yeah.
So here's the deal. So here's the thing.
Okay, because you guys are back in this room. We'll say this is the Tiger Clan dude. This is what he looks like.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes,
All
upside
right.
Once
down.
he's
There
in
we
the
go.
room, I'll be like, "Hi,
Alright.
you can speak
Hi.
Primordial."
Yeah, my name is Undal. What's your name?
Steph.
Nice to meet you. Oh, you know what? I think I heard of you.
Yeah. Can you
Sir.
can you act as translator for us?
Sorry,
Yeah, she
sorry.
plants her
Hi,
hand on
yeah.
his shoulder. Could you please talk to this lady?
Whoa. Okay, sure, yeah. What's up? And
Can
he
you
walks over
please-
to your bed as well.
my
Can you
God.
please tell
Hi.
her that we're on the
Yeah?
material plane and that she's
Uh-huh.
been transported here from the elemental plane of fire?
Yeah, sure. And his voice immediately
Yeah.
changes. And you're like, whoa.
All business. It's like Primordial's his native language somehow.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that's actually what he grew up. Yeah, but you see them converse. It turns you, and he says, yeah, I told her we're on the material plane. She says, she's asking, what am I?
Like, what is she right now?
Yeah.
Tell her that she is inhabiting the body of a human.
Oh, also she's saying she's really cold and she hates being cold.
Is there a fireplace in here?
Also, it's
Like-
actually warm in this room.
Yeah, no, I figured. But is there a
It's-
fireplace in here?
No. Ignore the thing you see in the back. That's not there.
Okay.
That's there.
Okay, those
then I
fireplaces
guess-
don't exist. Nope.
I guess
Yeah,
while we're having this like after he says that, then I'll say, okay, and I'll like reach into my pack, I'll pull out my tinder box and like a torch, and I'll
Okay.
just light it and have her hold it.
Okay.
And before I hand it off to her, I'll like look at him and I'll be like, please explain to her that she is currently flammable.
Okay. Yeah. Just scroll up. As he switches back to primordial. And as he says that, her eyes are already wide enough as is. They almost seem like they
Yeah.
go even wider. Like she's even more shocked.
Yeah. And yeah, like what she like looks like she understands it. I'll like offer her the torch to hold, so she can at least like have it near her.
Yeah. You hand it to her, and she holds it, and she's kind of she's like stares at it, and for a little longer than this is a bright torch.
Yeah.
And when she stares at it for too long, she has to like close her eyes, and she's like even more confused. Like this is so alien.
Yeah.
To her.
Oh, no,
this is
this
so
is probably,
alien
like,
to her.
This is like nightmarish to her.
Yeah, this is
probably. Which is why
exactly, yeah.
Sep's trying to be so understanding, because like this is terrifying if you're a fire
yeah,
elemental.
exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's saying get me out of this vile curse.
Tell her we can try to
Oh.
do that,
Oh yeah.
but for right now, oh my god.
Oh.
But for right now,
God.
Oh yeah.
but for right now we can't.
Okay, yeah.
And that we would like to help her, because she's been wronged by an individual who we
Oh.
are enemies with.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Disgrace.
Yeah.
He lets her know, and for the first time in the 5 or 10 minutes this has transpired, you see a slight moment of relief kind
Yeah.
of wash over her. She just
Um,
almost like puts like she kind of sits there and puts the torch like in her lap, and there's almost like this dejected but like rage-filled face.
Yeah. I like the idea that we tell her like somebody was an asshole to you and we hate them. Hey, let's be friends. And she's like, all right, I can get behind that.
Yeah, basically. It looks like she understands that she's at least like not in hostile like company.
Yeah. Can you tell her that actually I assume at this point your leaders have informed you about tomorrow?
Oh. Yeah, man. They did. We're like,
Which team are you a part of?
uh,
I'm just gonna take a wild guess. You're gonna be with the civilians. Just
there are
spitball.
civilians.
Oh.
He's coming with us. He's coming with us.
Are you? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
you're not.
was-
You're
I'm
gonna
ready to
okay.
fight, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like him.
I'm sure you do, Zara.
Sarah, what?
Oh, that's not
I
out
can
of game,
cast
out of
magic,
game.
you know. And he
Yeah?
like puts his palm out, and like a fire begins to form. Like a tiny
it.
little fire in the center of his palm.
Yeah.
Like holds
Can
his hands out.
you inform her
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
of of the general idea of the plan for tomorrow, so that she is aware of what's happening?
He like he like looks up, like sticks his tongues out, and like scratches his head. And he's like,
I'm
I
gonna
think I
start
can.
talking. No, new plan. I'm gonna start talking,
Okay.
and I'm like looking at him when I'm saying this. I'm gonna start talking to her,
Yeah.
and you are just going to repeat me word for word, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Excellent. And then I look at her, and I say, "My name is Seth, and I'm part of the group that helped revive you. I understand that you're in a really bad situation right now, and I'd like to help you because it's not your fault. And I'm sure what you're going through right now is I can't even imagine. So I want to help you, and we're going to help you at least as best as we can. However, we're in the middle of a war right now, and we need to get to safety." And then I explain what'll happen tomorrow, basically, to her.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will sort of indicate that, like, you're going to be traveling with some civilians and people who are escaping from the city, and I like indicate myself and Zara and Evetta, we will not be there. But if you stick with them, we will meet up again. And when we do, we will help you. Or at the very least, do our best to help you. Since an enemy of ours did this to you, and I like indicate her when I say that.
Okay. I'll say, given with enough time and given repeating some points here and there, and dog occasionally going like, "Oh, so there's not a direct translation for that
Yeah.
word."
Yeah.
Is there like so? And with enough time, it looks like she understands. I'll say like, I say like a whole 15 minutes go by.
Yeah, for sure.
And eventually, it looks like she understands the plan.
Okay. So yeah, once she understands it, I'll just sort of like gesture at the torch and be like, "You can keep that. That's yours now." And I'll like hand her like some of the tinder from the tinder box and like show her how to use it. Be like, "There you go. This is yours now." We need to rest.
I agree.
We'll speak with you in the morning. And then I look at our warrior friend and I'm like, "How do you feel about switching which side you're on and going with the civilians tomorrow? Because I need you to know how much of a compliment it is for me to say this to you, but I think we're going to need you to not die tomorrow." You'll still be fighting. You're gonna be protecting the civilians.
Okay.
But you being alive to help us talk to her is more important right now.
Yeah, man. I can probably get my boy Tony, you know.
I was
probably
about
swap
to say,
places.
get one of your boys. I was literally about to say, get one of your boys
man.
to switch with you, and he
Sure,
can
sure.
go and fight with us tomorrow.
No, I'm sure the big man probably won't argue. Yeah.
Tell Tony you're doing him a favor, and he gets to go fight with the rest of us tomorrow, and then you're gonna take over and help
Tony's fighting?
whoever just swap with one of the civilian guards and go with the civilians. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Perfect.
You can see things like, oh, maybe I can get like Bob. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
Tell her we'll speak with her in the morning.
Yeah, okay.
Before we split up.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, this joke is getting.
It's still good. It's got legs. I'm gonna look back at Evetta and Zara and be like, "I'm going to bed now." Just walk out of the room.
Good night.
Evetta has been listening. She's just been having this look of disgust on her this entire time.
I'll say, as I'm
like.
like passing by Evetta, I'm just gonna look at her and I'm just gonna like very solemnly be like, "I'm sorry, but it's not her fault."
No, I know. I'm just disappointed I didn't realize this sooner.
I'm disappointed too. And then he's just gonna keep walking back down to his to wherever his
Time
bed
to
is.
go sleep.
All right.
I'm EP.
So everyone takes a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Yay.
You all
Yay.
wake up. The lighting has not changed at all, though, where you are.
Can I say I
Oh, yeah.
attuned to my things?
What are you? You gotta tell me what you're turning into. You
Oh,
can't just
my
say
bad.
things.
Sorry. The black scale plate and then the great black shield.
Okay, yeah. You can attune to
Whee!
those. So all the armor bonuses, and I mean AC bonuses. It is the morning. You all wake up at roughly the same time.
Yeah,
Just
Seth
make it
is
easy.
probably up like a little bit earlier than he needs to be, just to like
Same.
get all the last minute stuff ready. Because we want to leave before the sun goes up, so Seth is like getting prepared, and also like making sure that everybody else looks prepared, like all the civilians and stuff. Like he's serious when he says he wants these people in that tunnel by 6:30.
Okay. You exit. Do you go around like waking everyone up?
No,
all,
but
like,
I
the
am
people
probably
that
gonna
sit-
go
okay.
find Thayer.
Okay.
Yeah, is there anyone else who is also awake at this time?
Yeah.
This early. Yeah, I'll say like Volley is also probably awake. I guess fast asleep.
Yeah.
Most of the civvies are also asleep. Most of
Yeah.
them, because it is super early. In terms of like important figures, that's it. You do see Oz wandering around,
Okay.
not Harvin. You
Yeah.
you go find Thayer, and he's just kind of sitting at one of the benches in like the main cistern. And you can see he's like he is thinking.
Yeah.
He is in deep thought.
Yeah, I'll walk over to him and sort of indicate my presence and be like, everything underway?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Thinking about anything in particular?
And there's like this kind of longish pause where he goes, "Yeah, something important to me, but it's not important to our mission." Does everyone walk up there, by the way, or is it just Seth?
For now, it might just be Seth, unless Zara wants to as
Yeah.
well.
I want to kind of just try to teach Boot basic, not even etiquette, just don't bite people's
And Mood is
shoes.
asleep.
Oh my god.
Yvette is probably going
baby.
to.
I
He's a little
know.
baby.
Little baby.
You can see that somehow Mood has managed to grab like a mug or like a metal tankard in his sleep and has fully crushed it in his like
No.
bare hands.
Wow.
Good boy.
Oh my god. Buddy needs to be trained.
He is strong.
Okay, I'm just gonna look around and see, go around and see if anybody needs help, just loading stuff and preparing.
Yvette will probably pull out her father's wedding ring and just examine it for a while.
Okay. All right. They're kind of
Disassociating by yourself, handsome?
well, I didn't mean to. You know. Good to know. Next time I'll let you know.
Yeah.
We can stare up into space together.
You know, sometimes it's all you need.
That's what balconies are for.
We've had a little bit of a complication on our end, but I think it's resolved. At least for the time being. It won't impede anything.
We can go through the plan as normal.
Yeah. I made a small roster swap on some of the mountain riders. There's going to be one particular who's going to be traveling with you. Because turns out Avetta's mother is not with us. Ionin apparently was imbuing her with a fire elemental, who has now awakened in Avetta's mother's body. However, I think she is taking it as well as a being ripped from a plane of existence and displaced into another one possibly could. Honestly, really impressive. Gonna have to maybe pick up a book on how to learn Primordial once we get back to Carmeli, but that's for me to figure out when we get there.
Yeah, that's
But for now, a member of the Mountain Riders that can speak Primordial will be translating for us, and so he's going to be traveling with her, so that he's not in the middle of the thickest bit of the fighting, so that we can still continue to communicate with her. But if you see her sort of up and about and with the civilians, yeah, she's doing good. But you're going to need a homeboy to sort of speak to her. We told her the plan.
All right.
She seems to understand it, and she won't give you any problems.
Good to know. Just in case, which warrior is this?
What was his name again, Ryder?
Umdal.
What was it?
Umdal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try.
Umdal, friends of Tony and Bob.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. He's friends with Tony and Bob. I don't know, man.
I think that was an old world accent.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll describe him to Thayer. I'd also like to say for when we were describing the plan to the fire elemental, actually 2 things I'd like to retcon about that conversation that Seth definitely would have brought up.
Okay.
I would have asked her name. Or their name, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll rewind a bit. Okay. She says that her name is Moltor.
Could you spell that for me?
Yeah, M O L T O R. I think I actually don't know how to spell it myself, but that sounds right. Yeah.
Oh, good. So yeah, I would have asked her that, and then also we would have informed her who Thayer is, what he looks like, and that he's in charge, so that she understands who this guy is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I told her. I don't know if you noticed. I had to tell her 4 times. I don't know if she's exactly understood, but I'll keep her in check.
Steph is weighing whether or not he needs to shapeshift in front of this fire elemental or not. And I think actually, because of the impermeable nature of fire and the fact that it is itself constantly flowing and shifting, and it never does keep one specific shape, he thinks on it and he's like, oh wait, yeah, no, she'd totally be cool with this. And he just shifts into Thayer.
Okay.
And he looks at the Mountain Rider and he's like,
Whoa.
tell her to look for this guy and that he's in charge.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
And then I shift
that's
back
what
to
it
Seth.
Oh, whoa. Man, that's really cool. You could do that. You gotta teach you that. Oh, you know what?
That is
Uncle...
the first laugh he gets out of Seth, and it kind of makes Seth warm up to him a little bit.
Uncle Danny can kind of do that, but to other people, and they have to be dead. It's kind of sad, but he can do that too. It's really cool. Also, I don't know if you know this, but Uncle Danny's not actually his name. It's kind of funny.
Okay.
All right, so back in the present.
Fast forward now.
I let Thayer know that we informed Moltor who he is and that he's in charge.
Seth, you had a terrifying dream where you were only surrounded by people like Umdal, and you couldn't escape out of it.
See, you say terrifying dream, but I think Seth just gets it's just a flashback to one specific college class in Carmelli that he very quickly transferred out of.
Yeah, you went to the first day of class, and you went to a specific class, and you're like, oh, I do not vibe with these people.
I went to evocation class, saw 30 Umdals, and was like, I'm out. Which is what I'm gonna say. That's why Seth only took the most basic fire spells for his damaging at first. Because he's like, I don't know. I didn't pay attention in evocation. I showed up, learned the basics, and left.
And you're like, man, these students. At least professor might be fine. And then the professor was like, welcome to the first
What's
day
up,
of classes, guys? And you're like, oh god, never mind.
I need to leave.
It's present, but yeah. Thayer is fully informed.
Yeah, I let Thayer know that she's basically up to date.
Well, shouldn't be too much of a hurdle then. Just to make sure she safely gets to fort, then, right?
Yeah.
All right. Fine by me then.
All right. I'm gonna go find where Evetta and Zara are.
Quick question.
Mhm.
You see him thinking to himself for a bit. How familiar are you with the old world?
What the?
Pretty like somewhat familiar. I've studied it. I'm not as familiar as Zara, but I know some places. I know more history than I do anything else, but I know a little bit. Why?
Do you know of
The Muffin Man?
I was about to. I was literally thinking that.
Is that his patron?
Do you know of the tomb of the Cordarian king?
Hey, writer. Do I know?
I will
Is that a
say,
history?
yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
Oh, boy.
18.
You do not, unfortunately.
Okay.
18.
Jesus.
Sorry.
18. No, I tell him no. I'm not familiar with it. Should I?
No, that makes sense. It's just I have some personal history with them. He's kind of like rubbing like the side of his mouth. Well,
Can I get an
I guess
insight?
I
Can I
told you.
vibe check him? I want to insight check his vibes right now.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
16.
16. A little hard to read. You obviously do get the sense that he's, of course, thinking about something, but he seems to be as like he has a sense that there's something he wants to do there. That's what you read off of
Got it.
his whole expression. And he says,
Oh, say.
Well, I just wanted to tell you because I don't know when this whole Scorch King or Ashmic, whatever is it, whatever, whenever this all, if it ever solves, you know, if you wanted to. Yeah, I was just thinking if you wanted to join me. If you're willing to do that.
Oh my god, I'm getting asked on a date to the old world. Let's go.
If
No,
that's perfectly fine.
No, I think Seth like very genuinely like considers it, and he says, "I have some business I'd like to attend to in the old world as well, and I think having you on my side would be a boon in that regard."
Perfect. I agree.
Make sure you live through today, then.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine, yeah?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright,
I'm gonna
well,
go.
Is the rest of your party ready?
I believe so. We're gonna go make our way to the wall with our mountain riders. You make your way to the tunnel, and I'll see you in about a day.
Alright. He nods, gets up. Take care.
I give him like a good like. There's a good bro like back pat. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah,
I actually
football
like the
coach,
idea that, like-
back rub.
I actually like the idea that like 32 years as a woman, Seth actually doesn't have any idea how like guy like bros
Yeah.
behave. So he's like, "Good luck out there, dog." Ass pat. Like I don't know.
Yeah, just a quick, just a quick kiss, quick homie kiss.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Actually,
That's a homie.
I would say my read on the Carmelians is like just because they're elves and because
Yeah.
they're like all magic users, and again because you know Seth wasn't always a man. He just like I don't know what happens here, and I just like kissed him on the cheek, and I'm like, "Good luck," and I just walk away. Like it's totally normal. It's just, This is how you say goodbye to somebody, Carmel. Like how the French
Great.
like kisses. Like he just does that. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you turn around and walk around in time to not see his reaction, but you. All right.
I was gonna say, regardless of how he feels about it, it's completely ordinary to Seth. He's just like, we might both die today. I don't really care. And you know what? I'm gorgeous, so fuck it. And I just walk away.
All right. The rest of you all do things that where you're needed. You know, you check up on the mountain riders, you check up on civvies. Everyone's getting attention. I say this whole
Yeah.
happens very quickly, like 5 to 10 minutes of this happening.
Evetta does check on Volley to see if she actually has the armor this time.
Okay. You go find Volley, and you find her in the kind of the sleeping hall kind of area. And at this point, you also go there to also wake up Dad because he is still asleep.
Oh.
And he's like, huh, what's happening?
Oh, wait, is Volley in the sleeping hall or like?
She's not sleeping. She's not sleeping.
Oh.
She's just in there because she's kind of just like, so her arms crossed and just kind of like walking around. You walk up to her. Oh, yes, your armor, right. Follow me real quick. And
Oh, okay.
she leads you to like into the storage area, and you like go back to the main cistern, and then there's like this offshoot area. Or actually no, it's just in the main cistern. You see that there's these tons of crates and boxes that are bundled up, bunched together, or like tied on to pallets. And we say Ibri is also now looks like she is also now awake, and she like brings in a box and puts it on one of the stacks. Volley leads you to a box, grabs you your light armor, and I need to look up what light armors exist because I meant to do that and forgot. See which one makes sense. Okay. She gives you looks like it's a little dinged up, but it is just regular leather armor. So it bumps up your I'll say she finds like some dinged up like studded leather. It honestly looks like it's been worn and not washed in a while.
Oh dear.
But you don't know if you can complain about that. But yes, you get
At this
just
point, I'll take anything.
just regular studded leather, so you can add that to your inventory.
Okay. Why? There's so many different kinds. What the?
yeah. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much, Volley.
Of course. Stay safe.
I wish you all to stay safe as well. Just keep running until you find that. What was it? A weird-looking rock or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. You too, Ibri. Yeah, Evetta just walks off to get changed, perhaps.
You too. As you walk off. All right. You all eventually meet up. The groups are assigned. You've got the fighter group and then the civvy group. Whatever. You can see Beulah is kind of giving like all the warriors are like lined up in a kind of like march or in a formation. You can see Beulah is giving them like some orders or is like briefing them in their language.
Hmm.
But yeah, you four, you all meet up.
Right, is everyone ready?
Execute your plan.
Are you okay? Do you need to...
I may need to use the bathroom, yeah.
Okay, I thought
Be
so.
right back.
I was getting that vibe. In any case, hello, we are taking a small break for a moment until the Dungeon Master comes back. Hopefully everyone is having a good time. Man, it's just one after another, isn't it, for Evetta? This is now, what, point 14 or something?
Yeah, I was about to, like, during the middle of it, I was like, do we have an official list of Evetta's traumas? I feel like there should be.
I have made one, yeah.
No!
Let me see where she's at. Okay. Of all the ones that she had gained after she'd returned to Daeston, this is point 13.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's surprising that she hasn't done anything to
Oh,
herself, but
Sorry.
Character development. You know.
yeah. She owes all
Man.
of that to her friends around her, really.
Man, I was like, I can hold it. I'll tough it out. I can hold it. I'll tough it out. I can hold it. Hey, you okay? No.
I didn't think so. Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of
Alright.
getting that while you were trying to DM, and I'm like, no, you gotta go. You just go.
Sorry about that. All right.
I will say
Thank
that
you.
Evetta has
Oh.
infused her father's wedding band into a spell refueling ring of sorts. She does
Okay.
feel that, yes, it is probably very weird that she's reusing her father's wedding ring after everything that has
Mhm.
happened. But I mean, after everything that has happened, honestly, it's whatever. It is the only tangible thing she has left of her father because she still doesn't know where he is at all.
Alright.
So she's going to infuse it and wear it.
How many fusions do you have left then?
I have one.
Okay. All right. Good to go. Alrighty. What do you guys do? Your plan? You guys go through with the plan?
We're going to go
It's
through
time to
with
execute
the
the plan.
plan.
We take
Make
that bomb to
sure-
that wall. Let's go.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
that's right. Seth, the medallion still works, correct? I suppose. Well, maybe maybe I don't have to actually say this, but you know, we're all carrying something that's quite flammable, so we need to make sure we don't bump into anyone who casts. If you know what I mean. Can you use this? Well, if never mind, you already know what to do. You see that Evetta is just. She's still frazzled from last night, and she's not able to speak coherently because her thoughts are just so scattered.
We're either gonna die today, Evetta, or we're not going to. And we're just gonna have to do our best until that happens. And I believe in us.
Hmm.
And if it's
Okay.
meant to be today, then it's meant to be today. But I don't plan on dying in Daeston.
All right. I believe.
Let's go. Let's go
Alright.
say goodbye to Moltor. I'm gonna go say goodbye to Moltor. And let's go get our mountain rider friends. So you two go prep the mountain riders. Make
Got it.
sure, just go get the leaders. Tell them that we're gonna start heading out towards our destination at the wall, while the civilians head to the tunnel. I'm gonna go let Moltor know that that's the plan, and then I'll meet you guys in the tunnel on the way to the wall.
All right.
Okay.
See, I'm just gonna quickly pop over to where Moltor was and just be like, "Hey, how's
You
it going?"
pop over to Moltor. Oh, hey man, what's up?
Hey, no. You ready for today, buddy?
Ready as I ever can be.
All right. I believe in
Those
you. You're gonna do great
words.
out there, bud. You're gonna kick ass, and you're gonna live, right?
One of those, yeah. What'd you say? Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, you're good. Can you please, hi Moltor. I like wave at her. Can you please tell?
Kind of. She does actually wave back.
Oh, nice! Sick. I've got a fire elemental friend. Honestly, if it wasn't like a
teaching her some
life-threatening
things, you know?
situation, what was that?
I've just been trying to like teach her a couple things, you know.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually
Apparently-
incredibly helpful, Umdal. Steph's
yeah.
like floored. He's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, she apparently can't like access any of her fire magic anymore. So she really is just like a regular dude. Kind
Actually, he says that, and Seth like thinks about it for a second. Would she technically be a sorcerer? Would she be able to if she tried access her magic? Because like it's imbued in her, and like that's how sorcerer magic works, and it's just like part of you. Can I
Yeah.
see if maybe it would be latent in her still, but she just can't access it at the moment in this new body?
Yeah, I will. You don't even have to roll for that. I would say you would be pretty familiar with how that works, and yeah, that is how that would work.
Oh, she's one of my people.
And she would technically be yeah. It's just either the way that the elemental used to access her power is not the same, Or yeah, it's just maybe it is the same, but it's just blocked somehow.
Oh, yeah. I'll look at Umdal and I'll be like, that's actually really interesting. Can you tell her that if we get through this today, then I can try and help her access her magic again? And that I know how to use magic, and that I think I know how she uses it, but she just needs to, like, get caught up to the material plane, basically?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Moto.
I hate to admit that I kind of love Umdal.
All right.
So yeah, once he's finished relaying it to her, I'll just look at him and be like, all right, good talk. Tell her that I'll see the two of you in about a day. Then stay safe out there.
Yeah, you too, man.
I kiss Umdal on the cheek. No, I give Umdal like a fist bump because I can read the room on this man pretty easily.
Okay, he gives you a fist bump. He's like, "Oh yeah," he grabs your fist.
Perfect. Yep,
Right.
exactly what I wanted. I like wave goodbye to Moltor and I go and join up with Evetta and Zara.
All right. You guys meet up.
Yeah, it's
Mountain
probably
Riders-
within that time. Yeah,
Oh,
Evetta
yeah.
and Zara have probably already relayed. Like, the plan is about to start to prepare everyone.
Yep. Are one of you carrying the bomb, or will that be tasked to one of the warriors?
I feel like Evetta should carry the bomb because she's the only person that Seth feels comfortable holding it.
I'll carry it. You just have to make sure no one flings anything at me.
I look at
Understood.
Moot.
Mood is like on all fours and he's looking around. You can see him like.
Okay, that's good. I'll just keep an eye on him.
Looks like he's like. looking for
Evetta
food.
lifts the bomb. Please do not.
No, Mood is actually like kind of like a couple feet away from the party.
Oh,
Not
okay.
like just a couple of feet away from the party. He's
Okay.
like looking around for like you can tell he's like looking for food.
Oh, he's probably
Oh
hungry.
no, my baby.
Big
We can lose a soldier. Just kidding.
Oh.
Just give him some rations.
I'm kidding. guys, I'm
Relay.
kidding.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. I'm Josh. Yeah, I'm gonna give him some rations. He's a hungry chunky bird.
He like
Oh.
immediately starts chewing down on your rations.
Okay.
Um,
Oh my
take-
god, he needs to be taught.
1 point of damage from
Oh my
him
god.
just absolutely chewing down on your hand.
Oh.
You like nicks a finger and you're like, jeez.
I'm gonna try to what is this called? Do the thing where you tell them not to do it.
Discipline?
Oh, yeah, I tried.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, make an animal handling check.
I'm really bad at animal handling. I don't even know how I got him.
I may have been a little bit too leeway with you getting him, yeah.
What? What?
Never mind.
Wow.
Okay, sure. Looks like he understands.
Okay. W.
Right.
All right.
We should be on our way now if everyone is ready.
I'm ready.
Let's get this done.
All right. You guys begin to march towards the wall to blow up the wall. Everyone go ahead and make...
Sure.
Well, that doesn't make sense. I'll just say everyone make perception checks. Why not? I was gonna say everyone make stealth checks, but also you literally have like 30 people behind you.
Yeah, it'll be a little hard.
So-
Presumably,
say-
some of them are on like horseback. Like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would say the way that this will how it really look is that you guys are kind of like in the center. You have some warriors behind you and to your sides, and then you have Bule and about 4 to 5 warriors about like 40, 50 feet ahead of you, as they're acting as like scouts,
Got it.
just
Perfect.
to make sure that they don't walk into like an ambush.
Hmm. Should we?
But everyone go ahead and
oh,
make perception checks.
yeah, perception. Oh.
Why not?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
18.
16.
Oh, right. Oh, I gotta play as Dag. Oh, God.
You gotta play his dag.
Okay. So what was everyone's perception? One more time.
16.
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
18.
Someone, I make sure I don't roll because Dag just got a 0 on his perception.
Nice.
Nat 1 minus 1. So.
Dag is blind.
Wow.
Whoa.
He didn't
Dag
get any
stretch-
food.
Dag
You
stretches.
slept
He's
a
like,
little too much.
I'm starving, guys. I want food.
Dag, you should go hang out with our new friend Umdal. I think you guys would really get along.
Okay. Everyone sees this. It is dead silent. All the fires have burned out. All of the smoke, the black smoke that was in the air, is gone. It is eerily chill. There's no more like pillaging parties that are roaming around. And you no longer hear like faint explosions or the sounds of clashing.
Oh.
It is an extremely silent walk to the wall.
Can I cast Divine Scent?
Divine scent.
Scent. Yep.
You smell
Divine
great.
Scent. I just
You're going to
smell
smell
I
some
smell a
ASMR or something?
I don't know. I wish.
Go ahead, yeah, you can go ahead and use divine sense. It's 60 feet,
Okay.
right?
I smell them demons in the air again.
Something ain't right.
Oh, God.
Nothing pings.
Okay.
After about 5 minutes of walking, you guys make your way to the wall.
All right, Evetta, how far back do we need to stand?
I would say once you get to the wall, though, you do see like faint light out from the main gate, presumably like campfires. The light of like the camp setup. And if you listen very closely, you do hear like ash makers like moving around just outside the wall.
Got it.
Not just outside the wall, but like you hear like general ash maker activity at the perimeter. So
I
you
recommend
can tell
being
that they are awake.
at least 35 feet, 40 feet away.
Yeah, I'll do so. I'll instruct the mountain riders and the mountain rider leaders to do the same. And then while Vetta's setting up the bomb, I'm gonna pull out my sending stone and communicate to Thayer.
You tell him that you guys are set up and ready to explode, and he responds, "Yo, me too." Never mind.
Hey boy, meet you in that forest by the weird rock. Take you back to Carmeli, show you a good time.
You hear back. We're also in position by the tunnel.
I just give Evetta the thumbs up, and I'll tell Thayer that get ready to go.
You got it. All right, everyone is backed up. Everyone, you're clear to light the barrel.
All right,
All
lighting the rope,
right. All right. Light it up.
dashing away.
Do the snow.
She trips. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, two hour immersion. Oh, like a bomb. No. Loud explosion. The walls immediately begin to, not the entire wall, but a sizable hole in the wall is punched through. You see, you hear like the rocks falling, hitting the ground. As soon as that happens, Bule immediately gives out a war cry and essentially says to charge forth, and immediately everyone begins running out of the hole.
Through the
All right,
breach,
follow.
right behind them.
You have breach right behind them. Cavalry kind of getting ahead. Oh no, wait, I don't have a map for this. I've got this. All right, you guys fall into a hole and are in the void.
Oh,
Hold on. You know what? I'll just reuse this map because that's a token. I'm just gonna reuse this map because I can't really bother to make something new. Look at me, guys. I'm prepared.
Yeah, it's like you had a few weeks to plan or anything.
No, I don't think I did.
We'll just need more time off next time.
Yeah, we should take 2
Ab-
months off.
After you kick me out of the campaign.
Yeah, of course. All right. So that great thing down there. Go ahead. I think you guys can move your minis. So go ahead and move them around as you see fit. All right.
Where? Oh
Let
Jesus!
me drill,
Oh
let me drill
Lord!
the hole real quick. So this is essentially where the explosion was.
Oh, there I am. Oh my God! Roll
First
20,
thing
you
is to-
fucking suck, bro.
And the dag.
Can't move my owlbear.
My bad.
That's because he
Okay.
died in the
You're
explosion.
good. No, it was behind me. I would have died first.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
There you go. You should be able to move it now. All right. Immediately, Bule and them, Bule and all the bunches and bunches of his warriors begin charging out. Bule kind of spearheading it with his lieutenants next to him. You see way off in the corner, you do see some like Ashmaker soldiers. So are you guys participating in the fighting or are you running?
I think our plan is to run and we'll
Run.
fight if we need to.
Basically,
Yeah.
run, pick
Okay.
off a few stragglers if they get too close, but just keep running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll throw pop shots, but that's basically it.
All right. All right. You guys immediately, they are absolutely caught off guard. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative. And we'll do like
Oh wow.
side. That doesn't make sense.
What?
I can go for a side.
Okay.
Yummy. Food. Oh no, I just realized you guys probably can't see that drawing, huh? Where I drew the wall and stuff.
I can see the wall.
Oh, you can.
I
Okay,
can see it.
then Life is good.
I can see the wall.
I can see a wall.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
Roll
gonna-
20 has a wall too. That's cool.
I'm gonna clear it. Well, I'm not allowed to clear it. Okay. All right. Well, in any case, there we go. You guys immediately run ahead. Everyone just tell me their initiative, actually, starting with Dag. Nope. Yeah.
Starting with
Okay.
Dag.
Starting with... Oh, he has advantage on his initiative rolls. All right. What'd you get, Seth?
21.
21, okay. What'd you get, Veta?
11.
11. What'd you get, Squid Games? What the heck is her name? Queenie?
Squid Games.
Sorry, I blinked out. Okay. Let's say this. Let's say there's about. Okay. That means your highest initiative is 20. What was it? 21. That is when I'll do is that everyone acts on that initiative, because
Ah.
it's yeah. Every time you pass by a camp, they will roll initiative. If they roll higher than you, they will get to attack you. If they roll lower than you, then they don't.
Oh, neat.
That is
Okay.
assuming if they focus on you and not the gigantic hole that's now in the wall.
And the 20 well-armed warriors also
It's-
charging
yeah.
them.
Yeah,
We're
exactly,
really
yeah.
the least of their problem right now. It's just kind of great. We're just three idiots.
Yeah, I would say
and
they would have disadvantage on the initiative roll. All right, so pass by the first camp. What the heck modifier am I gonna add? Yeah. You all whiz past by them very quickly. Second camp. Nope. Too fast. You see even a couple of
You
African
furious.
Do we even have our horses? I just realized. I think we lost
We
our
Tokyo
horses.
Drift.
I died.
Tokyo drifted our horses into
dude.
oblivion.
Yeah,
I did the Akira slide on my horse, actually.
I'll say if you didn't have your horses, you were probably supplied with horses.
Okay.
Were you?
Why not? Third camp.
Elmer 2.
Oh my god.
God.
Okay. The third camp. Ash gets initiative of 23. So, in that sense, about. So, do you guys want to play out the fights, or do you want to just kind of do general rolls? Because this is such a fast pace. Like, because you guys are like probably not, and I would say you guys are not like engaging, but you're trying to just get past them and maybe cut down,
Yeah.
or stop as many
Oh,
as
yeah.
like hitting you.
I'd say normally I'd be fine to play it out, but didn't you say we would need to stop like an hour early today and it's already almost 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, however you want to
Yeah.
extrapolate it is fine.
I'll say the
Speed.
third camp. the third camp will descend upon you, and I'll say this: you guys will win. Will obviously win. I will say if you don't want to add anything, you will lose. You have about 20 warriors. You'll lose 5 warriors. Seth, if you want to expend 1 spell slot of whatever choice, that'll drop down until you only lose 2 warriors.
Oh yeah,
And
easy
if-
peasy.
If Zara, if you want to take 10 points of damage, you will lose no warriors.
Oh.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh no, but
So-
but
So yeah, you just spend whatever spell slot you want.
Yep.
So Zara, if you I'm saying if you take 10 points like voluntarily, if you take 10 points of damage voluntarily, you don't lose. You only lose any. You keep the same amount of warriors you have.
I can use healing pool on myself, right?
Yeah.
Sure can.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll
Okay,
give.
yeah. Then yeah, if you want to take the 10 points and then heal yourself with lay on hands for 10, that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. You can do that. Perfect. Second camp descends upon you guys, or third, fourth camp. Notices you guys. They also do actually. Get to act first. This one's a little bit. There's a little bit more dangerous. You see, there's a little bit more warriors, Ashmaker warriors and soldiers. So, we do the reverse. Evetta, if you want to spend 15 points of ammunition of any order as well. I'll say if you guys do nothing, you will lose 8 warriors. Evetta, if you spend at least, we'll say 8 magic ammunition, that gets cut down to 4 damage. Sorry, that gets cut down. You only lose 4 warriors. And Dag will voluntarily use a rage to cut that down by 4 as well.
Okay,
By
yeah. Evetta will use 4 magic bullets.
Okay. All right. As much past them, they're not fast enough to catch up to you, but you do see some of them are now moving towards the hole. As you look back, you see like the first set camps, they are now descending upon the hole.
All according to Keikaku.
You're way too fast for the 5th camp.
Whee!
You guys are now clear of the camps. You can see the forest ahead of you. And since you're all on horseback and you're going pretty fast, it'll probably take about 2 to 3 hours to get to the forest.
Okay.
Never go ahead and make perception checks.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
16.
17.
17, okay.
Oh,
Show off.
What?
5.
Hey, look, you're the one who got the
Okay.
21 for initiative.
Evetta and not Evetta.
Okay.
I said all of us?
Evetta and Seth. Sorry.
Okay. There are only 2 types of people in the world: Evetta and not Evetta.
So,
Oh,
Evetta and Seth, you look behind you, and you see a figure. Well, it looks like to be moving your way
I kill it.
on horseback. The figure is very far away. They look to be about close to 1,000 feet away. They're very far, but you can tell they're moving in your direction.
this isn't good. We might need to do a detour.
Do we recognize them at all? Oh, they're like 1,000 feet away. I pull out
They're
my
hard, but
spy
you see-
glass. What do
Well,
I
the
see
spyglass-
with my?
Okay, so you see a flaming horse. He's holding in one hand to be some kind of glaive, and he's completely armored up, and he has this long red plume, and there's these kind of fire eyes underneath the helmet, and he has a cape as well. You recognize the general, the pattern of the armor. And from this far away, you can even recognize the face. This was the general that threatened you back in Durstwood,
Oh.
and he's currently making his way towards you guys.
Got it.
And you can,
Is there anyone else who's also following along with him?
it is just him.
Oh.
And you
We
guess-
recognize this as a mountain rider general, right?
You recognize that
Yes.
as the Mountain Rider General, yeah.
Yeah. I will communicate to Boulay and be like, hey, just so you know, this guy is chasing us right now.
he looks back, and you can see, because of the flaming horse, there is like this light that's following you guys. And he goes, he kind of looks around. Do you want us to engage with him, or do you want us to keep running?
What do you know of him? Can we kill him? I don't like the idea of him tracking us all the way to where we're going.
Hand me the spyglass.
Yeah, I'll toss it to him.
And he looks into it, and as you're kind of looking at him, there's this moment where his heart sinks a little bit.
Mm.
And he kind of like does this like hard swallow, and he's like, "Yeah, we have to get out of here." And he hands you back the spyglass, or not. He says, "We have to keep going. We have to keep going faster than we're currently going. At this pace, he's going to catch up."
We cannot lead him to the civilians.
Yeah, reasonably, we can't lead him to the civilians. We need to.
We would probably need to go westward.
Well, we don't need to.
Let me pull out the map for you guys.
I was gonna say, we don't need to go directly to the meeting point. In fact, it would make sense for us to enter the forest from the west and then make our way east to the meeting point. Because they're basically, the civilians are entering like directly south of where Tunar like pointed out. We would be entering pretty far due east. If we make it to the forest, we can lose him there. But right now we're just traveling on an open field. So it would make sense to...
If I recall, this red path is the path that the civvies you said to take, right? And then...
Yeah, exactly.
This path was this blue path is the path you guys were intending to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we enter instead, like, here...
Yeah, we probably need to go this way.
Yeah. And we're already making way better time than the civilians are. Like, it would take them a whole day, and it would only take us about 3 hours. So if we take the time, enter here, maybe, like, go up north a little bit, and then round our way back down east, like southeast, after going into it north, we can try and lose him by doubling back. And honestly, how far is he gonna follow us anyway? Like, this is a general abandoning his entire army for, like, what, an entire half day? Like, that's the point of that.
I just hope he doesn't recognize us.
Well, he probably recognizes us. That's why he's chasing us. But we can lose
But that
him in the
means he's
forest.
going to stick to us no matter what. We need to take him down. But yes, I do agree. We need to go to the forest.
No.
Possibly
There's
not
no
to
way you
loot-
are taking him down.
Wait, what? Oh.
Listen. I will help in whatever way I can, but I am not engaging with him. It would be a death sentence. As you look back, you can see as you look back, you can see he tosses his glaive, or this figure that's chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
He tosses his glaive to the side, and it just disappears in like a brief fire flash.
Yeah.
And then he apparates a firebow in his hand.
We need to move.
I mean, he's 1,000 feet away.
I do not care. We need to move.
Okay, we're entering from here.
All right. So then,
Eh.
guys will divert off the path and take
Crack
this
pad
something like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
divert. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Everyone, go ahead and make survival checks.
Oh shoot.
Guidance.
Guidance.
my-
Guidance myself.
Oh!
Jesus Christ, Quenie.
I got a nat 1.
Oh, you're dead, so that's fine.
Well, I got a 17.
17.
I also got a 17.
17. What? He's proficient in... Wow. Sorry, that's just not what I expected. Alright. You fall slightly back. Sorry, your horse is beginning to, like, lag behind. You hear... That is... Oh, that's not one. That is a 27 to hit.
Is he rolling it like...
He's rolling
Oh,
at
is it-
disadvantage. He's rolling at disadvantage.
This is
Okay,
disadvantage.
No
I was
way.
like, what?
No way.
That was at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a 15. So I assume only the 27 hits.
hits. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. How many hit points does your horse have?
Hey, that's my
I don't
move. He
even
can't kill the
even-
horse. That's my thing.
Oh.
I don't. Oh,
Okay.
please.
So you take. You hear as this fire arrow shoots past you and lands right next to you and does a mini explosion. Another one hits you directly. Say, you take 10 piercing damage plus 7 fire damage.
Amazing.
Wow.
The third arrow misses you and hits the head of your horse instead.
Amazing.
Oh.
It takes 9 plus 12. No, it's 12. 9 plus 3, so it takes 12 damage. So your horse is at 1 hit point.
Oh
Great.
my
Amazing.
god.
Amazing.
You better
Yeah.
lay on
Wow.
hands your fucking horse.
I know it's fine. I
Wow,
got
I
this.
just
Oh,
sustained a
I did the math
headshot.
wrong.
How-
Wait,
Oh
I did the math wrong.
no.
Oh,
The horse is
Oh
dead.
no.
8,
Horse is dead.
17, 12 damage. No, that's still 12 damage. That's
Oh
still
wait a
12
minute.
damage. That works out. Your horse is at 1 hit point.
Is it slowing the
Oh.
horse down or?
The horse is now panicking. It looks like
Ah.
it actually seems to feel it goes faster, but you feel it jolt and it's beginning to go a different direction.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Find Steed.
Okay.
That's a isn't that a ritual? It takes 10 minutes, right?
Does it? Oh shit,
Yeah,
it
I'm pretty
does.
sure
Never
Fight-
mind.
Yeah, Fight Scene
Never
takes 10
mind.
minutes.
Never mind. I'm
Yep,
just gonna
casting
heal
time,
Mr.
casting
Horsey.
time 10 minutes. Yep.
I'm gonna heal him for.
Just
Ugh, I'm gonna
juice
heal
him.
for. Yeah, I'm gonna heal him for 12.
Okay. You heal him for 12, and you hear this behind you, and you look back, and there's this puff of fire. You see this puff of fire kind of like explode behind the this general, and it looks like he's beginning to go even faster. There's like this fire trail now that the horse is leaving behind. This fire horse is leaving behind.
Right.
Everyone go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Everyone go ahead and make one more survival check. You guys now all realize that Zara is lagging behind and that she was
no.
attacked.
Can I do a thing to try and assist Zara?
Go ahead.
I want to cast haste on her horse.
Okay. Is that what's the range on haste?
It's 90 feet. Let me. 1 second. Sorry, my spell list it died. Oh god. 1 second. I'm doing great.
I believe it.
Oh, it's actually 30 feet. I might not be able to cast it
30
then
feet?
if that's the case.
Oh.
I will say that you can lag behind the group and you'll be able to cast it on her. If you want, you have to
Alright.
you have to back up for Zara.
Oh, so yeah, if that's the case, then I will still do that. However, I will use sorcery points to twin it to cast it on my horse as well, since I'll basically
Okay.
be like leading her.
Alrighty. Your horse is now going slightly faster. Seth and Zara, everyone go ahead and tell me their survival checks.
15.
16.
16?
16 as well.
Dag. 16 as well. 17 for Dag. Wow, nice.
Wow.
He does not gain any more distance. He also does not. He doesn't lose any distance. However, you have gained slightly enough distance that you're not out of range. You also hear Seth. You hear another like right behind you. The flashes of the fire lighting up. You can see just out of peripheral vision. It seems like the arrows just missed. You can see Bule kind of looks back at you guys, and it looks like he's contemplating something. You see him suddenly stop his horse. All of you go right
what?
past him, and you see him turn around.
No,
What?
Nah,
Yeah.
What are you
nah,
doing?
Nope,
If it
nope.
also slides to stop. Wait, what?
Seth doesn't stop,
No.
and I call back to Evetta. I'm like, let him do what he's going to do.
What?
You
But
see
he-
you hear
No.
Bule just says, "Go!" And you just
I
Evetta-
call out to
Starts to
Evetta and I
charge
go,
back.
Evetta runs.
yeah, I call out to her and I'm like, this is the same thing as Harvin. Do not let his sacrifice be in vain. Do not slow
Yeah.
down.
I'm gonna. Oh, wait. This is gonna.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I want to cast aid on him.
Sure. I'll let you cast aid. At what level?
A second.
Okay. He gains an extra 10. Oh, sorry, extra 5, 10 hit points. Nope, 9 hit points. It's max. Yep,
5.
never mind. He gains an extra 5 hit points. All right. You cast aid on him, and he looks at you. He just says, "Thank you, but go."
I'll continue to
All right.
go.
Your horse is like a 300-foot move speed now, so you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ivette is now the one who's lagging.
Oh, so yeah, Evetta and Dagger
no.
are like incredibly far behind, but
As you're, Veta, as you and Dagger kind of just like, going, running, galloping as fast as you can. Dagger kind of just looking. He's like, "You think we can take him?"
No, we cannot.
Okay, all right.
No.
As you guys look back, kind of you begin to watch this fight. You see Bule and this general jump off of their horses. And you see the general's horses. It also jumps into the air, does like a fiery double jump, and then slams into Bule and explodes.
Oh,
And kind of does like this basically like comet maneuver. You see Bule and you see
what kind of horse
Bule's
is
body
that?
just kind of, you see his body just kind of like roll over before he gets back up. And before he can get back up, you see the general already begin to make his attacks on him. But you guys have to keep going. And so there's not much time to watch the fight, where you have to look ahead and watch the road.
Oh no, tree. Oh, dodge tree.
Alright. About an hour or so passes, and you guys begin to make it to the edges of the forest. As you get to the forest, you see 12 trees. It's a forest after all.
Not.
Do you guys slow down once you're about to enter the forest, or do you just keep going?
I think for
How far away are they? How far away are we from the
you-
from
Listen,
Liube?
you said about
I'm sorry,
about an
Bule.
hour, right?
You no longer see them.
Okay.
That's how far away you are.
Wow.
And say let's catch our breath once we're immediately like within the forest. Like we'll travel in like a few hundred feet, catch
Okay.
our breath, and then we still have several hours before we expect the civilians to like be at the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's spend those several hours after we catch our breath just having the most circuitous like back and forth route possible so that we
Okay.
can like lose them. Just
Alright.
like circles around, like broad circles around like an area.
Zara, is your
This is
are
your
you
path,
still
right?
hurt?
Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
that's
No,
quite the
like
path.
literally though. Like actually, we spend like 4 hours doing that so that we can catch up to the civilians before we leave.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Evetta does. Well, at some point, she does turn to Zara and ask if she's okay. Do you need any healing?
I think some healing would be nice.
All right, come here. Evetta takes out her little bandages and taps her gun against it so that it starts glowing, and cure wounds onto Zara.
You can see that the remnants, the clan lay, looks like they start to argue with each other. You can see what looks like to be the lieutenants, the higher ups. It's like, yeah, I mean, they basically just lost their leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys spend the hour or two,
Wow.
or several, catching
Evetta
the breath.
heals for 17.
Ooh.
W. Thank you, Evetta.
You are quite welcome.
I'll say, like, it took us an hour to get to the woods. I'd say probably before we start doing our big circuitous route, which would probably be around the time that Evetta's healing Zara. I'll contact Thayer on the Sending Stone because it'll have been like an hour at that point since we've left, so they would have made some decent progress. So I'll contact him and just be like, status report, checking in.
Okay. Right before you do that, you hear this loud explosion.
Yep.
And you
Gonna
hear
ignore
what sounds
that.
to be. You hear what sounds like to be a roar, and
Yep.
it's dragon-like, but not
Gonna
really.
ignore that.
And you see this kind of spew of fire in the distance in the air, and it's so really tiny. It's like a tiny spew of fire. It's not like it's super high up in the skies. But when you look back, you see this tiny spew of fire just kind of like go across, like this does like this arc. You checking on there?
Yeah.
It says, we've managed past the very few camps out here. We lost, I'll admit, we lost a good amount of soldiers. But if not for them, we would have also lost the majority of our civilians. But we're no longer near the city. I think maybe about another hour or two, we'll see the forest.
Okay. We're in the forest. We lost Boule. He sacrificed himself. The mountain rider general that we previously encountered prior to coming to Daeston made an appearance, and he charged after it on his own. We actually didn't suffer any other real casualties, which we're grateful for. But yeah, the mountain riders are not taking it well. Sorry, the other leader was it Jingzhou? This is me asking.
Yeah, the leader, the other mountain rider leader who was with there was
Got it.
Yeah, Jingzhou or Master
Jingzhou. I'll ask if Master Zhao is okay.
Yeah, he's still with us.
Okay.
There.
I'll let the mountain riders. Good. I'll let the mountain riders that we have know that Master Zhao is still safe. If you could let him know about the unfortunate, but very grateful sacrifice of Boule.
All right.
We're in the forest. We're gonna spend several hours covering our trail, just to be safe before we head to the meeting point.
Damn. That tense?
Yeah.
Well, all right then. We'll be safe then when we get there, will we?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Take care of yourself out there.
You too. See you there.
All right. I will
You let the
go
riders
over to
know.
the mountain riders actually,
Okay.
and let them know that Master Zhao still lives, and that we'll be meeting with him in a few hours.
See, a lot of them are distraught. Just mixture faces of confusion or anger. But they all kind of nod their heads and they're like, okay.
I'll look at the lieutenant specifically and be like, Boule was a great man, and we'll remember his sacrifice. Sorry for your loss, but I'm grateful for what he did for us.
Indeed he was. Kind of just like rubs his temples.
All right, let's get circling.
Right. I'll begin to walk in, just try and throw off the trail and walk around. But
Clip-clopping around in this
Yeah.
forest.
about an hour and a half goes by. You get a buzz, Seth, and Thayer says, we've arrived at the landmark.
Okay, we will make our way over now then.
All right. You guys find it, and as you get there, you can see it is now becoming like sun. It is now like it's like morning now, so that it's clear as day. It's probably roughly around like 8 a.m. right now, and you can see Master Zhao kind of just has this setup. It's not like a camp setup or anything. People are kind of just like walking around or sitting in the carts or kind of just like twiddling their thumbs. But you see Master Zhao is on top of a rock and is kind of like this meditating position.
Yeah.
Did any of the carriages sustain damage?
You do see a couple marks on some of the carriages, yeah.
Evetta would like to
burn
repair
marks.
those as best as she can. She's going to ask for Dag's help to maybe like chop down a branch or something so that she can reinforce the carriages, whichever one is hurt.
Okay. You can make a tinker check then with advantage.
Okay.
As you arrive, you see Master Zhao kind of open up one eye. What'd you roll?
Was I supposed to add dexterity to that?
Yeah, it should be like dexterity plus proficiency bonus.
Oh, okay. I got a 17.
17, yeah. That's enough. You repair up and cover any dings and just reinforce the carts.
Alright, that should be good as new.
As you
Everything
arrive,
alright, Sir Zhao? I'm sorry, I keep saying the wrong title.
you see him open his eye. As you're repairing the carts, actually, Master Zhao says,
Oh.
Zeph, I need you up here.
Absolutely. What can I do?
Well, I would simply like your help with scrying on this general. Do you know what it looked like?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
He had a
Did you notice face?
distinctive red plume as Ivetta's hammering.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you need to know what his face looked like? Because I can get that pretty
That might help.
easy for you.
That
Yeah.
might help.
I'll shapeshift for him. I'll ask him.
Says,
Do you
"Alright,
need
well,
his armor as well, or is this good enough?
I believe this should be good enough.
Okay.
Sit down with me."
Yeah.
And he gestures like his hands out, and he kind of is like gesturing you for like to essentially do like a duo scrying like ritual.
Yeah. Whatever I can do to help him, I'll do it.
All right. You sit down. You guys are kind of both in this meditative position while holding hands, and kind of sit there, and he begins to mutter some arcane words. Your vision is suddenly jutted out of you. You're now looking like above you, and above the whole group, and then your vision kind of flies over back to where the battle had happened. And it seems like the general has made his way back to camp. And you see what looks like, you can see just past him, there's like a cage. And you see movement in the cage. And there's all like these cages like lined up. And then there's this one cage you can see. It's kind of blurry, but there is it's a completely still figure. Who has looks like to be a green palette to them, and it essentially looks like that is Master Lay.
Okay.
That he lost the battle, but was not left in the field. It was taken.
Okay.
Right. You see, I would say he's not as armored up as, say, the warlord. The warlord, you pretty much couldn't see his face. Or no, you could see his face. For this general, you do see a little bit parts of his face, and it just looks just like you recognize that it's parts of the Mountain Rider general. And you also see what appears to be like runes, kind of etched, almost like tattooed in a sense. You can see like some runes like right at the neck, and like under the chin, some rune like tattoos, but they're glowing orange.
I want to try something so that I don't
Okay.
forget these. I want to, as I'm watching it, just sort of like, because like this is where my vision is, but obviously like I'm still in control like of my body physically, like where we are right now, right? I'm just like mentally perceiving this.
Sure.
While I'm doing this, I want to be shape-shifting the symbols onto my body so that I can have them like basically like I'm etching them, but instead of like, on a piece of paper, I'm doing it on myself so that I can then later transcribe them to paper.
Okay, yeah. You see little bits of the rune tattoos right underneath the neck area. You see in like the gaps of the armor, you can see there's also not the same, but similar rune tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
You can see he's just kind of. Oh, and what the general is doing, he just is like he's on like both knees. He has like his knees on his hands on his knees, and it looks like he's like not praying, but just has like his head down, and it's kind of in like a almost meditative position. When you hear like a figure walk in front of him, you see like this long shadow. You don't see the figure per se. It's very blurry. But you do hear a voice. So you have failed. And you recognize the voice. It's the voice of the representative. And there's this long silence before you hear the general speak up and say, I will not fail next time. And you see the representative grab. This music is not fitting for this. You see the representative, you see like the hand, the representative like reach down and grab the general by like the neck and force him to look up at the representative. And you hear the representative say, do not fail next time, Quenie, or it is your head. And he lets go and walks off. And you hear Gwei just kind of like before you are suddenly thrown back into your vision.
Now covered in tattoos.
Yeah, you have. It's not like the whole your entire body's covered. There's just like parts of the body, your body, where it's covered. There's like these rune tattoos where you could see the tattoo.
Yeah. You're like, do you know that man?
Master Zhao, he kind of pulls back, puts his hands together, he says, eyes closed, and he says, indeed, and it is as I feared. And he opens his eyes slowly. Our old Grandmaster, fallen to lies and deceit. And you hear Thayer kind of call up, well, should we get going? Should we keep moving?
I'll excuse myself from Master Zhao. I'll say, at this point, I'd say we owe it to you to settle this debt, and if we can, rescue Boulay. So, when the time is ready, you just let me know. Excuse me. And I'll call down to Thayer and I'll be like, how are the civilians faring? Is everybody rested for continuing the journey?
Yeah, for the most part. Rations were passed out. Kind of looks back. See Volley and Ibri and Tunar kind of just like around the carts. They're passing stuff out or they're like making conversation.
How far are we from the Carmeli border?
Pretty far.
Okay.
You are still pretty far. Let me put that. I've got the map now. I've got the map. So you're about here. Yarg.
Got it. Okay.
The Carmeli border, it does technically extend to Fort Bellis. It is technically a part of it, but it was like one during
the war. I guess when I say Carmeli border,
like here.
Yeah, I guess I mean Fort Bellis. That's my bad.
Yeah. But it'll probably take another day or two to get to Fort Bellis. Okay. If you're just like doing like a walking pace, like a slow pace. If you want to gallop to it, you could honestly probably make it like in a day or two.
That's probably not great for the civilians.
Not great, and
Yeah.
you can sense that the horses are kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I think we get a short rest in now, let the horses recover, and then, yeah, just take a normal pace. Unless we feel the need to increase our pace, like, I don't get the feeling like based on everything we saw, the fact that the general, who is probably like the most zealous of everyone that we fought so far, has fallen back to Daeston, like, based on having that information now, like, Seth feels pretty confident, like, they're not following us. If that guy isn't following us, then they're not following us. Like, that's at least where his head is right now. So,
All right.
we can take our time. I want to go check in with the gals and Moltor, though, before we head out.
All right.
My girl, Moltor?
Oh, what's up, man?
Okay, before we get to Moltor, how are Zara and Evetta doing? I need to mentally prepare myself for
Yeah, Evetta has just finished repairing the cart. You can tell she's just not as lively as she usually is. Just doesn't really talk much.
Yeah, what's Zara doing?
I think Zara's gonna go around, look at like if there's any injured soldiers.
All right. Seth walks up to you, Evetta.
How are you feeling? We made it. We did our best.
We're still alive. Save for Beulah, of course, but...
Well,
Evetta looks in the direction of Moltor. Can she actually see Moltor from here?
They're
'Cause I don't know
pretty
where
far
they are.
away.
Oh.
I'll say, when you mentioned Boulay, though, I'll say, development on that, he is still alive. They've
Wait, what?
captured him and brought him back to their camp. I don't know how long he'll stay alive, or if he'll stay Boulay. They seem to be big fans of turning these mountain rider generals into undead flame monsters, so, we don't know if he'll stay that way, but for right now, he's safe, so that's at least something. Master Zhao and I performed a ritual, which is why I have all these tattoos on my face.
I was about to ask about that. What are those?
I
What do they mean?
I don't know. I need to write them down, and then I will figure that out. And like as he's saying it, like his speech starts to slow, and it's because he's like digging through his bag and he's grabbing his like notebook, and then he like he like. This is gonna sound really gross. He shifts the he shifts his skin so that the part where the tattoo is ends up like on his arm, so that he doesn't like move. Like he's basically moving them along his skin down to his arms. Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, I
You
didn't
see
know
the
you were
tattoo
able to
move, and
do
you're
that.
like,
So that he can look at it, and he's like, all right. And then he begins to like sketch them in his book throughout the remainder of this conversation, so that he can like still communicate with you. He's like, yeah, the general was wearing these runes. I don't know if they're actually useful, but they might have something to do with why he's so powerful. I'm gonna see if I can look into them. Obviously, if we get to Carmeli, they might have some resources to help us with that. So I didn't want to forget them, and I didn't have my pad with me while we were scrying, so this seemed like the next best thing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Thayer seems ready to go. We've rested for a little bit, so that's good. We're just gonna take a nice easy pace to the fort. I personally don't feel like we're being followed at the moment, so I think we can take it a little bit easy, at least until we get to Carmeli. The fort at the very least. I'm gonna go check on Moltor before I let Thayer know we're all good to go. Do you need anything?
I'm fine. I'll go see if Zara needs anything.
Okay. We're in the best place we've been in about a week and a half, and I think we should take the perspective on that.
Yeah,
I think we're
Evetta
doing
nods. Yeah, Evetta nods
Yeah.
at that, but doesn't say anything back.
No, that's fair. He'll just sort of like nod back at her, finish up his sketches, remove the tattoos from his arm once they're written down and transcribed into his notebook, and he'll sort of come back to those later. And then I'm gonna go check on Moltor while Evetta go checks on Zara.
all right. Check on Moltor. She is doing fine. Not as shaken up as when you first found her. And you do specific with Moltor?
No, I just wanted to check in on her. Talk to Muldal and just be like, hey, just wanted to check in. Glad that you two made it through safe. Everything's okay.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to get in character. Yeah, my bad.
You're doing great, man. Just really killing it.
Yeah, doing fine. Trying to teach her some stuff. It's kind of hard because the card was like going up and down, up and down. You know what else goes up and down? The ocean. You ever see like waves, man? They go like up, down. I gotta take you to the ocean one time, man. Just me and you.
I've been to the beach.
You should go with me and the boys, Bob and Tony, and
Did
Todd
Bob
and
and Tony
Boney.
make it? Are they good? Oh, good. Can you please? Seth is trying so hard to just like carry on a normal conversation. Can you please tell Moltor that while we're traveling for the next few days and we have downtime, I'm gonna try and teach her how to use magic.
Oh yeah, sweet dude. Of course, I've got you. I've got your back. You know, me and you, we're like homies.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself.
And what else do you need?
I'll just relay that to her. Maybe we can do some magic training later today. It's like, as Seth is saying this, he's like, yeah, I'm really excited to like talk to this fire elemental and teach her magic. And like, this is actually like, from a scholar's perspective, very interesting. And it's dawning on Seth as he's saying this that all this means is he has to spend more time with this fucking guy in addition to Moltor. And he's like, yeah. And maybe when we get to Carmeli, I can teach myself how to speak Primordial. And he just walks away.
As you walk away, he's like, you hear him go, all right, well, take care of Dylan. I knew.
What?
you get the sense, you know what? Bob and Tony's names might not be their real names because he doesn't remember.
Just like me.
Just like me, for real, for real.
All right. As
Can't
you guys,
believe you doxed me live on Twitch.
Yeah, what the? Wow, I did not expect that.
/ Anistrae.
Okay.
as you all get prepared to keep going on this leg of this journey with this rescue mission, we will call it there, end the session there, slightly early.
Oh, I don't get the shapeshift. Okay.
No shapeshifting. Evetta doesn't get to talk to Zara. Oops. Well.
Yes.
Oh, Zara died, dude.
Oh.
Sadly, yeah.
Oh snap!
Oh.
Well,
He went back with
her
the
horse
light, as you
definitely
see.
died.
Yeah. He
Oh.
mistook me for the horse. I actually was headshot, not
Hey.
Oh.
Triple kill.
Wow.
Double kill.
Running rampant.
I will say,
Killing spree.
I was like kind of trying to be in character when Evetta was like, we have to take care of this guy, but you described him having a red plume and you were playing that music and I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
you knew exactly who it was at that point.
I knew
Yeah.
exactly who it was. We cannot fight that guy at all. No, but Evetta was, she should know. She would
I'ma
not
kill
know
him.
about this.
I'll
Right?
kill
Yeah,
him.
everyone else is like,
I'ma
oh
kill
no,
him.
I think
Kill him.
we'll be able to kill him and everything. No,
I'ma kill him.
me, player, no.
I'ma kill
It
him.
was only Dag that saw him.
Don't worry, Amby. I have tried to basically convert his entire moveset into a stat block.
Oh
plus some
my
extra stuff.
god, I saw you included the comment and I'm like, no. Oh man, that's gonna be insane.
We'll see. Well, we shall see.
Right, okay, so this is the end, right? Completely? Are we transitioning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for sticking with us all the way throughout this session, if you've been here this entire time. We shall see you next time.